All right. So, at the beginning of our last campaign, we joined our adventurers right as they were setting out from the capital of Amon to go on their first quest they accepted from the Adventurers Guild. As fresh, brand new made bronze level adventurers, this quest was something that fit their level, or at least what they were told. They set off on this great journey, leaving Amon to head to a nearby town that was being ransacked by goblins and bugbears and hobgoblins alike, called Meyerfield. It was about a 100-mile trek from Amon, so it took them about a week's journey in this newly acquired carriage ride that they had acquired through Acteza's purchase at the local stable. When they finally reached Meyerfield after a week's worth of camping and hunting and just lollygagging basically, they were met by a fairly decent sized town. I wouldn't say a city, but a town. Wood houses kind of were strode about the rolling fields outside of the forest edges. There were some fields and some cattle around, but not enough to be classified as like farmland. As you all rolled up, there was some signs of battle out, smoking still. As you all rolled up, it was clear to the villagers that you had been sent by the Adventurers Guild, all wearing your bronze necklaces adorned on your chest. That is when you were all introduced to the village chief, Bruce, who then welcomed you graciously for your help before telling you where these goblin invaders were coming from. After some quick searching, you all went straight at it on this quest to go straight for the goblin cave. After traveling through the woods, you came to the entrance where there were no guards or anything that appeared to be, but you could definitely hear some scrambling coming from inside the cave. After walking in, you all, except I think one or two of you, narrowly missed some uh, shambly made goblin traps as you came up to a wooden door. As the theme of this party seems to be, you blew the door down, leading into a decent encounter with a couple of hobgoblins and a swarm of goblins. After narrowly defeating this horde, you all didn't really loot much off of them before continuing on your journey to find what you could presume to be the boss of this place. It looked to be a hobgoblin mage of some type. They were able to put up a good fight against the party, but the party was victorious in the end. Slaying down the beast, most of you were battered and bloody looking for a place to rest. It was at this point when you entered into this battle that you did see a goblin escape carrying some kind of message to who you have no idea. Though Acteza did find a note on the mage's table saying something about a boss and his plans to capture this town. It was at this point the party then took a long rest and used both of their wish spells. The first one Zinrat used to conjure her own godly realm, basically. It was an asteroid floating in space outside of most of the galaxies, overlooking stars and planets and all manners of different things, black holes included. It was in this space on this large asteroid she made a balcony of white sand to overlook this view, where this asteroid was then surrounded by a purple translucent barrier to protect them from harm. On the inside, this large cave opened up. It was actually the home cave that was on the mortal plane till it was ripped into space to make this asteroid. Inside was Acteza's cabin, just like it had always been. The small hoard of gold that Zinrat sleeps on, and whatever various items y'all might have had in there came along with. Nothing was left behind. At this point, you all had the ability to teleport here as much as you wanted, but you realized you did not have the ability to teleport back. And that is when the second spell, wish spell, had to be used to grant you all the ability to teleport back to the mortal plane and back to here freely as you wanted, leaving a portal where you left from. It was also at this point that 1,000,000 gold was wished for, as well as the pact to be broken with Sakira's god Vimak. It was not an easy feat, but with the celestial god Asgaroth's help, and a meeting of such haste that other gods could not reach Sakira, that she made a new pact with Asgaroth, the celestial dragon. After being whisked back home from this dragon's realm, you all also found from the first wish spell a horde of, I believe it was 20 kobolds, all dressed in, what was it, Zinrot?
They all look like they're dressed like in similar styles, like the Espada from Bleach.
Exactly. With one of them looking more like the head butler Espada garb, like one of the numbered Espada.
Yes.
Um, he is your head butler, and you gave them the command to, well, one, they help pile up your 1,000,000 gold into a large stack where you also put your acquired deck of many things at the bottom of this mountain. After that, they started making homes in the side of this asteroid for the other party members, and that is the task you left them with. As you all then began to gather at the entrance and then left back to the goblin cave you had once been before. And that is where we will be picking up this adventure.
Zinra, did we already go through the portal, or are we about to go?
You did go through the portal. It is behind you. It hasn't closed as of just yet, but you are in the mortal plane currently.
And where are we teleporting to? Like, what's the
You
area?
the exact same spot you left previously. You're standing on top of the hobgoblins' bodies in the goblin cave.
Zinra's gonna immediately just start eating one of the hobgoblin's bodies.
And is
Word.
there a peasant actually standing there watching this godly magic happen before them?
No, but I will say the party wasn't keen to this because they were inside this cave. But a massive flash of beam of light of magic shot into the air as as the one wish spell was used. The second one happened in space, so nobody was witness to that except the party. But the magic was witnessed by people miles and miles away. Most unsure of what it was, but maybe there was few that may be able to tell the level of magic being casted. But the party is unaware that that happened.
Wait, so I'm sorry, just for my understanding, because I was reading over my notes from the last game.
Sure.
So we just got out of the space place that we were at. We're back in the cave where we killed all the goblins. And are there people in there?
No, there are no people in there that you know of.
Okay.
But I will also say you did name a Zenrot's realm the Shard, as it looks like a very large amethyst shaped asteroid kind of shard. And that is where you all just left from. As you all standing in the over the like hobgoblin mage's body as Zenrot is eating a corpse.
Well, as Sakira turns to Acteza, now that we're back, what's next? Do we?
Well, one of them did escape. So first, we probably should track that one down because they were going back to their boss.
Do I have a thing for that? I thought I had a thing for that.
As you're thinking on this, when you turn around, you can see the portal behind you. As you see a little sphere kind of come into object, it looks like purple flames just circling up in a sphere. Uh, Horlock, can you join me in DM Secrets real quick?
Throne room?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I cannot.
Can I just put Zinra's nose to it?
Wait, what are you putting your nose to?
Tracking? Zinra could probably track.
Oh, I thought you were like, I don't know, stiffing my crotch or something. Like, Sinra, get out.
Zinra. It's not the kind of meat you eat. I mean, it is, but not like that. Ah!
Sakira just be like, Sinra, down, girl.
Down, down. Not now.
No, later.
Later. Don't tell them about the peanut butter guy.
Acteza's like, why did you buy so much honey at the shop?
Don't worry about it. Personal reasons. Go fuck yourself. The only reason is you need to mind your own fucking business.
All right. So, Sakira, you see this purple flaming orb kind of just whisk up, burning right behind you in the shard's domain. As the flames start to dissipate, Horlock, describe your character.
I'm basically about a little bit over 3 foot tall. Brown in color, but basically just like any other kobold that you would look at. Wearing let me see. I didn't take it. Basically, he's just wearing, like leather-bound armor, and it's got some different weapons attached to him. That's it.
All right. So
Sakira is immediately interested in the way that you look, and she pulls out her notebook and she starts sketching you. She's like, hold still, please. I don't know where you came from, but you're gonna be a great character in my next story.
I just smacked the hand.
Well, that was very rude. You're lucky I'm in a good mood. Otherwise, I would
You
destroy
know, touch Skeksil.
I apologize. I didn't mean to. Where did you come from, stranger?
I come from the heavens with an important mission.
Oh, yes. And she starts writing in the journal that she's holding. She's like, yes, please tell me about this mission. Is there going to be blood? Is there going to be gore and murder? Mayhem? Tell me more.
Trophies. Big trophies.
Okay, that doesn't.
I
really
will
fit.
manage these trophies. I have been chosen.
She quickly just closes her journal, puts her quill up in her ear, and she turns. She's like, "He's absolutely no help. I'm not going to get any material from him at all." So, Zara, he kind of looks like you. Would you go talk to him?
yeah, it's at this point y'all notice him now.
Zidron's head comes up where it's covered in blood on her white and purple scales, as she kind of just quickly, almost like a husky running up to a stranger. She kind of runs up to this kobold and just has her face an inch away from his. New friend.
I hurry up as she's running up. You see my demeanor change, and I drop to one knee with my arm across my chest, and I'm looking up.
New friend?
Yes, good friend. Skeksil, best friend.
Best friend. Her tail starts wagging as she looks to Sakira. Best friend right here. New best friend. Not too bad. Friends already.
I live to serve you.
Oh. Me? Oh. Just be a good friend, and that'll do for now. Yeah, for now, I guess.
I've been put on an important mission.
Oh.
We must collect all the trophies from all the lands.
Ooh, make a bigger horde. I like the way you think, new best friend.
This is the most important mission.
I concur. And she'll look at the group, wagging her tail.
She goes, what? Do you have any other more information on what these trophies are?
Yes, but I no share with you or anyone. I manage.
What about me and you, best friend?
Well, you no need to worry.
That's fair. I appreciate it. And she just wags her tail happily.
I mean, what's another straggler in our group? I think this is what, like the third or fourth one we picked up at this point. So
Such insolence.
Yes, mother, insolence. She starts giggling.
Um,
Tiefling friend? High elf friend? He looks towards you, Zinrod.
Yes, they are. Yeah, so this one, and she kind of like runs over to Acteza. This is mom, and then she runs over to Sakira, and this is super dark but funny auntie. Yes.
Skeksil sorry. He bows and then looks up at everyone's reaction.
You see Sakira, like, she is back to drawing in her journal, and then she flips the book around at you and she says, I added a few things that I thought would make you look cooler. As you see a picture of yourself holding up a bloody, dripping head from an orc. She goes, I thought this would kind of fit your personality just a little bit better, since you're not really giving me anything, so I had to just make a persona for you. Thanks.
Skeksil, very sorry.
Are we what you would consider friends now?
Yes, Skeksil friend. Friend of
So-
Tiefling and High Elf.
Then you can tell us what these trophies are, because we want to help.
No,
Oh,
this is a
okay.
secret mission.
Can
Yeah, secret
Can-
mission.
can we help you with the mission?
Yes. Do
So-
what I tell you when I tell you.
So, you see, I kind of have an issue with that. I don't take authority very well. I lived most of my life with people telling me what I can't do, what I shouldn't
Then
do.
don't. Then you no help.
She kind of like sighs and sits down on the ground cross-legged and just kind of like pout. She's got that anime pout face, like,
He's
Oh, Skeksil sorry.
He's sorry.
so how am I supposed to help you then if you can't tell me what the secret mission is or what these trophies are?
You'll find out.
And she kind of like, Sakira looks down at her grimoire and kind of like whispers down at her book, like, am I supposed to follow this thing? And see if she could hear from her patron.
Make a religion check.
You trying to call my actual mother?
Yeah.
Tell her I said hi.
Oh my god.
No, for real, I said hi.
Ah, damn it, that was a 9.
You don't really like hear anything, but you get the vibe of like a dog, like a sleeping beast just turning its head the other way.
Well, I don't think you would be here with us in this place if it wasn't for a reason, and I feel like maybe I can trust. If anything, I might get more content for my next book. So I guess I'll help you, and we'll just have to wait and see. It'll be like a surprise, I guess.
Very good.
Zinrod's gonna go kind of around him with her long body and be like, you know, you're kind of small and we're kind of big. If you want, you know, you could just like hop on my back and I can just carry you around if you want. Her tail wags.
He hops up on the top and then stands up a little bit taller. First, do as you normally do. Act like I never hear.
Ah, okay. And then she just starts hopping happily before she like just starts eating another corpse.
As you like run off to go eat, another course. Like you faintly hear Sakira kind of mutter under her breath, "Never got offered a ride either. Thanks."
She just looks at you with a sad, bloody face. Come hop on.
You see, you look over, and you can, if you're looking over at Skeksil, you can see him kind of smirking a little bit, like he's taking pleasure in your displeasure that I'm riding the back.
Sakira sees this and she like raises an eyebrow at you with as much gothic sass as possible. And she closes her book once again, really forcefully puts it in her bag, and she walks over and she climbs up and sits directly behind you.
How much do you
What
weigh?
are you doing?
How much do you weigh, Sakira?
Oh god, I think she's like, hold up, where do I see that at?
Shakira.
No,
It's
not
never
that.
gonna go. It's never gonna go away.
She's
Doesn't
a
look like you
medium.
have it listed.
She's a medium size.
Are you like pretty slender?
Yeah. I mean, she was a she was a slave for her entire life, so yeah.
You big fat tiefling, get off!
I'd say, like, how tall are you? Actually, just describe, both of you describe your characters. I don't think y'all did.
All right, so with Sakira, like, the picture that I have set for her, like on my character sheet and in Roll20, that's basically like what she looks like. She's not super tall, like probably like I wouldn't say that she's short either. Like I don't know, definitely not like 5'3" or below.
Okay, so like 5'5" or something.
Yeah, just about. Uh, but she is really slender. She's wearing this long black like gothic dress with long black hair and that has the matching horns that and in the right angle blends in with her hair.
Gotcha. With some pale white skin.
Pale white skin. Like she is the definition of like
Goth.
gothic princess.
Yeah, I'd say you weigh like 100 pounds wet.
That's what she said.
And what about you, Zinrot?
Zinron has actually quite a long body compared to the most average amethyst dragons. Hers is very much more elongated. Her neck is quite long. She has two inverse horns going forward that go out, bend, and go straight, like all the same direction as her face does. Her teeth are made of amethyst, as her tongue and the side of her mouth is more of like a bright blue. Her body is white, while her upper body is a bright purple. She has 4 lanky legs with amethyst claws. And she has amethyst crystals spurting out at different spots of her body that kind of makes like almost like a spine. Between her shoulder blades, where her wings are, she has 3 amethysts sticking out. One thick one in the middle, and then the other 2 going more slant or outwards or skinnier. And she has 4 eyes. And an armor-plated top of her top of her head is layered with thick amethyst crystal armor plating.
Hell yeah. And just for gameplay wise, Skeksil, while you're on top of Zinrot, you can use your shield and lance at the same time. But outside of that, it had to be two-handed.
Yep. Also, I sent a picture in the general and character art. That's pretty much how he looks.
Oh my god!
Okay.
I love it.
Like that, but brown scales.
Yep.
I
Hell
like
yeah.
that.
He's wearing
That's
something similar when it comes to like the leather armor, that type of spear, type of shield.
I like that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'd imagine it's a little bit larger being a lance, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So, now that you've all been acquainted again, what are y'all liking to do?
Zimmer's gonna look over to Acteza.
She is away at this exact moment.
Oh, she is. I guess she'll look to the other adult in her life, Sakira, and be like, "So, what are we doing? We have a new best friend. But he's not really there. Remember that, Sakira. He's not there. He's like, oh, it's in your book. You know? Yeah.
Wasn't killing these goblins in this cave a fucking quest that we had taken on?
Yes, if you recall right, it was one of the 2 quests y'all accepted. This was the quest to help the town from being raided by goblins and all that. Its reward was priced at 70 gold. The other quest, also priced at 70 gold, was to help local farmland of this village that was being attacked by goblins and hobgoblins too.
I said, well, we can either return and reclaim the quest that we've already done, or we can go off and help these farmers, and then we can just go back and claim them both at the same time. You know, 2 birds, 1 stone, or whatever the saying is.
She kind of does a little hop to Skeksil. You hear that, new best friend? We're gonna get 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yes! Birds! Stone!
And
Yes!
at that moment, Sakira casts Thaumaturgy, and you hear the caw of a raven off in the distance.
I look towards that direction without hesitation, but I'm like posed for like combat.
And I'm posed for chasing something.
You just see me sniffing in the air.
So, should we go help the farmers and go kill some more things? I think that would be fun.
Agreed. I'm still hungry.
Sakira just kind of like stomps her foot, and she's like, "All right, well, let's go." She just starts walking in a general direction. She doesn't really know where she's going.
Zenra is, with so much excitement, is going to run up behind Sakira, pick her up with her teeth, like with the back of her armor or whatever, and just start running in the direction that Sakira tells her to run.
And Sakira allows this. In fact, she pulls out her book and she's writing as you're just dragging her.
Oh lord. I want to say Skeksil reminds me of the fucking TikTok. I am the wish or whatever. I am the best. Oh lord, I love it. So, there was really only one entrance outside of your portal, and I will say part of the magic that, or part of the wish that I guess I'll just kind of like DM magic, is once you get about 10 feet away from the portal, it just kind of is gone until you resummon it. I would say you basically have to be localized to the portal, or once you kind of leave that area, it will disappear.
That's fair.
Continuing, anyways, there's only really one other entrance you came through. The broken ass door that I think Sakira and Zenrot tag team blew the fuck up. So as you, yeah, as you all travel through this this narrow kind of cave hallway, just barely big enough for Zenrot's long, like dragon-like body to get through, you come back to the original, like storage room of this ramshackled ruined cave, where there's decaying corpses of hobgoblins and goblins just strewn about. As you all come into this cave, could you all make a perception check for me?
Yeah, Captain.
Or at least if you are willing to.
What are we rolling on?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
please roll on
20,
D&D
baby.
Beyond for all rolls.
D&D Beyond. 16.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Click on my character.
And that was just a straight 20. Like, I have a 0.
Oh my God.
Was it perception?
Yep.
Yes, perception. Do let me know if your passive perception's like pretty high, like 15 or higher too, because I will take that into account.
Not my poor girl.
Wow.
13.
I rolled
shit.
Damn.
Damn. Okay. Zenrot, you do notice more like trinkets and things on these corpses than you did originally looking through. Now that your hunger is sated for a couple of seconds, if anything, you are taking in more of your environment than before. You do notice that none of the tomes on the shelves really catch your eye or anything, and the trinkets look of low value. But the 2 party members that roll, Sakira and Skeksil, you do notice that there's something odd about this room. it's almost as if there's like a hidden entrance to the right side. You see what looks to be this tarp kind of covering up like a part of the like an entrance. And the reason you surmise this is because when you're looking at the tarp, you see there's kind of like a draft of air coming from around it, flapping like the edges.
I just start sniffing in the air.
Yeah, what is
A
it? What do
hidden
you smell?
door.
Actually, since you're sniffing, I won't even make you roll for this. You do smell what's the smell of like humans behind this tarp.
Sakura is going. Wait.
Humans. I smell people.
Okay, now at that second, Sakura is going to cast Thermaturgy and she's going to make her voice a lot louder as she shouts, "Those who go there, come forward or we will come and get you." Hoping that that's intimidating enough.
Skeksil will come get you very soon.
I won't. Okay, well, with the both of you, I won't even make you roll. You hear a little girl crying, and what sounds to be a older woman, just like, "Please don't hurt us."
It's
Sakura-
okay. No worries. Skeksil friend.
Stupid.
Okay.
Sakura, like,
Come out, please.
Sakura pushes past
Please.
Skeksil and runs over there to find them.
So as you lift up the tarp, you find two humans. One is a little child, I'd say around 10 years of age, and the other woman seems to be about 30, 35 years old. With the facial features, it looks like her mother, from what you can surmise. They're both bound in rope.
She instantly gets down on her knees and pulls out one of her daggers to cut the rope, but she doesn't cut the rope just yet. She asks, "Are you hurt? Are you okay?"
I start sniffing, basically around them, but within arm's length, and basically trying to make sure that everything's good to go, that these people are not like a trap or anything. So I'm just sniffing for anything.
So from what you remember, they did say some people have been taken. So what you can surmise, at least Sakira, from the chief, from what the chief has told you, that these are most likely some of the people that were captured. Most likely the only survivors left, since these are the only people you have found.
Sakura
As
cuts their ropes.
as for like wounds, they definitely are scraped up. There's not like anything fatal from what you can tell from the eyes glance. They're definitely scraped up, like if you fell on some concrete. Some bruises and battered. It looks like they were using them for fun to like kind of punch on them.
God damn it. Sakura cuts the little girl's ropes first, and then moves over to what she would assume to be her mother. And as she cuts the ropes and sits back and looks at them, she asks again, "Are you okay?"
Yes, we're totally fine. Thanks to you. Thank you so much. And they both give you a hug.
And she hugs back. She says, Of course. I'm just happy that the both of you are okay." And she looks down at the little girl. She says, "Especially you, little one. I'm so happy that we were able to save you from this torture." And you see a little tear kind of roll down her eye.
Oh. Yeah, the girl's hugging your leg, or like kind of around the lower part of your waist, and she's definitely eyeing the kobold, kind of shy of it, not sure like if it's friendly or not, but assuming so since it has not done anything yet.
And she says, "Don't worry, I will not allow anything else to hurt you. You are safe."
Thank you. Can you take us home?
She goes, Of course we will."
I'll basically go from the arm's length distance, and I get back on Zenrot.
Both of them kind of notice the dragon now, and they're like, "Wow, that's a dragon! Oh, I feel a
Stay
lot
away.
safer with that." Ah!
Sakira kind of looks back at Zenron and says, "Dragon, that's what they call you, huh? never know.
Yes.
I thought you were like a big gecko."
I just look at her in disgust. Tiefling stupid.
She looks up at you and she says, "You're definitely dying in the next chapter."
I just hiss, and then I look away.
She's like, "Come," and she kind of like claps her hands. She's like, "Come on, we need to take them back home. I will not allow them to spend another second in this horrible place."
Wait, what about the 2 birds with 1 stone? What if we get 3 birds with 1 stone? Plus, we can get them some sticks and they can help poke.
She said, "I definitely do not believe that these people will be able to aid us in defending the farm. We should definitely take them home first."
Okie dokie.
She kind of like walks up and pats you on the head, and around. She's like, "I know, friends and everything, but we need to think about their safety first."
That's understandable. I can respect that.
And Sakira's going to lead them out.
So, with that, you have found at least 2 of the people that have been taken. As you head back towards the village, it's not much of a hard time trying to find it for sure, because you just came from there, and it's there's clear footprints leading back. You're able to make it up to the precipice of the woods to Meyer.
While
Meyer.
we're walking,
Mhm.
I was wondering on the journey if I could be whispering, to Zinrot.
Okay, before I get drinks, what do you whisper?
Like,
Sure.
could I be whispering, and then they can roll on a perception to see if they can even hear what I'm whispering into Zinrot's ear, which is, Zinrod, mighty dragon. Why Zinrod listen to a puny tiefling? Zinrod should make decision. Zinrod could have fun. Skeksil help you.
Let's get a poofy your chest. Definitely, she starts walking better with a poofy your chest and a little more confidence. I'll be right back and get a drink.
Okay.
And they can
Sakira,
roll to see if they heard it too,
Yeah, if you want to try to see if you heard this, roll a perception check.
That would be a 17.
Yeah, they heard it. Huh?
What did we hear exactly?
Okay. Say
So-
again.
Oh, she was wondering what she heard.
Oh, basically all of it, right?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good roll.
So you hear Skeksil basically tell Zinrot that she's a mighty dragon. Why would she be following this tiefling's orders? She should be the boss.
And Sakira kind of like turns around and she uses thaumaturgy again to make her eyes look like they are glowing red. And then she
Okay,
turns
do it.
back around.
I basically, turn my head away, act like I didn't see anything.
Well, mischievous. So, as you all come to the precipice of the forest, you see Meyerfield in view. It looks the same as you left it, people going about their day. It is towards the evening time. Traveling at this point, you can do, but it has been some time since you have rested. You were in the cave for a good, I would say, a couple of hours, given the wish spells and everything. So you can see the sun setting in the distance. As you come up to Meyerfield, you can clearly see Bruce, the village chief, running up to you, happy as can be. There is not a sign of worry in his eyes. As he runs up, he's just like, "Oh, thank you so much. I couldn't believe you did that. And you even found the 2 people they took. We are in your debt.
She goes, no, no debt at all. We are happy to be able to help. And of course, we are going to collect our gold for this, but no debt at all from you.
Of course, we already put in the reward of 70 gold. Please, graciously spend it as you wish.
She goes, thank you. As, like, she kind of turns to everybody. And in fact, she's gonna, like, did Drake get back yet?
You just see me, like, with my hands, like, kind of up to my chest, you know, kind of rubbing my hands, and you just see my long tongue just sticking out, like, swirling around.
Sakira stops, and she turns back to them, and she hands the gold back over. Says, no, I think we're actually good.
You
Oh,
just
he
see
didn't
that.
hand you any gold.
Oh. She's gonna tell them that we're not gonna collect it. We wish that you go and get the gold back that you put in.
You just start seeing me grit my teeth, you know, like my face kind of transforms from that kind of anxious, excited to just grit my teeth, and then all of a sudden you see me kind of let go of it.
Yeah, she like,
and then
like,
just smile.
As you're doing that, she like turns and kind of like snaps and points a finger at you, and then turns back and we have no need for your gold. We are perfectly set. We just want.
Oh, well, that is so gracious of you. I'll have to make a trip to the capital to get my gold back then. I see you also picked up a pet. It looks like well, you have a dragon and now you have a smaller dragon. That's great.
Hi.
Yeah, he's new. He's not fully like housebroken yet, but we're working on it.
Yes, Skeksil needs housebroken. You just see him smiling and just with that shit-eating grin. Skeksil learns soon.
The chief is like, oh, it talks.
Yes, many good things Skeksil can do, like housebroken. And then just looks at Zinrod, but like just shaking my head, like I told you so.
Yeah, what he said. Housebroken.
Yeah, the chief just kind of nods his head, and he's like, okay, well, I cannot say it enough. Thank you for saving us and saving the 2 people they captured. Real quick, Acteza, all you missed is the party kind of introduced the Skeksil and Skeksil to the party. Before they headed out, with a successful perception check, the party was able to find 2 of the people the goblins had taken in the recent raids, and y'all led them back to the town safely. Y'all just are talking to the village chief, and he's just saying how grateful he is for y'all's help. And Sakira said that the party doesn't want any of the reward money, and the town can have it.
And that's why you heard Skeksil acting the way he is.
Oh yeah, and they
because on top of injury, yep, on top of that, you know, on top of just handing the money over, then they're talking smack about me being a house pet. And I'm just sitting there like, these assholes.
Kira like kind of leans in to whisper into Acteza's ear, and she says, I really figure that we don't need the gold anymore, and I also kind of thought, you know, it would be nice for them to be able to do something good for themselves.
I mean, I have no problem with it.
Let's do it.
The whole point was raising in rank with the guild. Obviously, gold is not an issue at the moment.
Well, and like meta-wise, I also figure that we don't need it because we have a fucking million gold.
Yeah,
that's true. Unless you go buy like a forest.
It's very true. We can get anything we want, but Skeksil don't think like that.
Yeah, even Zinrod goes, wait, there's gold? Where?
Mm-hmm.
Where is gold?
She kind of turns and she's like, Zinni, it's okay. We have plenty of that.
Yeah, Zinni.
What?
We just give our gold away now, Zinni.
No, it's not what you do with gold. And she
That's what happened.
Sakira, are you giving away our gold? And she looks at Teza. Mom.
She says, no, technically I'm not giving it away. I'm just not collecting it. We have more than enough. Enough that you could bathe yourself in it if you wanted to.
I will say it's common knowledge that dragons love to hoard like gold and things of value. So this is definitely that shining through. And being a kobold descended from dragons, it is in their blood too. So you're seeing just two dragons just wanting more hoard.
Sakira's gonna cast minor illusion, and she's just gonna like have a small thing, like a small pile of gold coins in her hands. She says, "Look, see, I got some. It's fine, you guys. It's fine."
Why you think Skeksil idiot? Old man never gave you money. Now you make money come out of nowhere? You think Skeksil stupid. You think Zinrot stupid.
Sakira!
Zinni, do not listen to him. Listen, you. I've had just about enough of this. You just barely found us, won't even tell us what we're doing, what trophies we're supposed to collect. We're supposed to just blindly follow you, and then you want to come and drive a wedge between me and my niece? Fuck you.
Damn.
Skeksil, sorry. Skeksil only want gold for Zinrot. Skeksil protect Zinrot gold.
Sakira bends down, picks up a rock, uses minor illusion to make it look like a gold coin, and says, "Here, chucks it at him."
You think Skeksil fool?
Yeah.
And he just
obvious
sulks
he
away,
did.
and he turns his back, and he just sulks away, and just looks away.
Says, "Well."
Oh, go for it.
She's gonna say, "Well, now that these people are safe, I think it's time that we go help the farmers."
What? He stands back up again. What is going on?
Nobody's filled you in. Real quick, Acteza, do you want to describe what your character looks like?
Oh yeah, Acteza is a redheaded half elf, kind of like porcelain white skin. You can tell from her appearance she's pretty slim. It's kind of if you look at her, it's implied that she spent most of her time inside, kind of bookish. On her back is a scythe or a sickle. Other than that, pretty standard. There's a picture way back in there. I can drop that in here. Just to
And then your familiar.
So right now it is a kind of like a wispy sort of blue cat is on my shoulder at the moment.
High elf smart, tiefling stupid. Tiefling make all stupid rules.
Again, like Sakira is starting to pay absolutely no attention to you. Getting really tired of being called stupid by this dog.
Sakira, were you referring to the next quest? Because I have a bad feeling about leaving this current quest where we're at. There was a goblin that got away that we haven't closed the loop on. I feel like if we leave now, the big boss is going to show up and punish the village for what we did.
He goes, "Oh, you're right. I didn't really think about that one. I apologize. My mind was elsewhere."
Well, I mean, it is hard whenever you have, I would say, a conscience, but I don't know what he is, constantly bringing up something about fucking trophies. So,
But Mom, what if the big bad whoever comes, and then I get to eat them?
So what you tell is Skeksil save day?
No, that is not what we are telling you at all. In fact, you have made the day considerably worse.
I think Skeksil put wrench in plan. Slow down, think about orcs, and Skeksil save day.
Maybe we
And
can
High Elf, very smart.
maybe we can put this in a perspective that you understand. Skeksil stay here. We protect them from Goblin that ran away.
Okay.
And at this point, the chief is kind of trying to get, but like into the argument. He's like, "But did you mention a goblin?"
The whole time.
Yeah, he's just standing there. And he was starting to try to back out, but once you mention the goblin, you actually see him light up a little bit. He's like, "Did you say a goblin?"
Yeah, a little tasty goblin running around. In my
There
belly.
was one that ran by earlier. It gave us the biggest fright. It actually went down, and he points to let me pull them out because I'm trying to think. The northern road that kind of tapers off from the road you came down from Amon.
Wherever he points, Zinrat is gone. She goes full haul.
He's like mid sentence, and you're just gone. He's like, Oh, anyways, yeah, the goblin ran that way. It's actually where our farmlands are. If you're talking about the quest that they posted, that's where they are.
perfect. 2 birds, 1 dragon.
Yeah.
I don't think you should say it like that, but okay.
At this point, he kind of can tell. It seems like y'all are headed off. He's just like, "Thank you again. Bye." The dragons just.
Like a dysfunctional group.
Yeah, Zinron and the fucking Skeksil are just flying over the fucking hill.
Oh yeah,
We
Zinrat.
got people yelling at the top of their lungs.
Yeah, like
Skeksil
Zinrat,
holding
like,
onto her fucking tail.
Yeah. I love it.
and Zinrat like about 20 feet in and going full sprint, like does like a weird hop and then hops up in the air and just starts flying at like full speed.
Yeah, you fly a lot faster than you walk, so she's moving 60 feet now.
You just hear me kind of screaming for my life. Do I have to roll? I got to roll my strength, right?
Yeah, roll a strength check because she is hauling ass. Like she's probably going 120 feet if she's dashing.
Oh, she's dashing for sure.
Yeah, she's going like 30 miles an hour, like at least right now.
I'm holding on to dear life, and I'm just basically just screaming still.
Yeah, you are like holding onto her horns, kind of like a chopper handle, and you're just like. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's how you're looking for the first 20 feet. So as this happens, you do have your carriage with you. Nobody mentioned it, but you did bring it. Like it's next to y'all. Y'all parked it at the village. So that is available as Zinrot and Skeksil are gone. Like out of view already now.
Zinrot, slow down. Too fast. Friends left behind.
Zinrat like kind of like halts and goes, "But the goblin, it's getting away. We're supposed to get it before it reaches the place, right? But if we wait."
Yes, Zinrot. But why do work when we can get Tiefling to do work?
Auntie can be nice.
I'm
Get
sorry.
along.
Okay, I gotta slow that down. I think I'm pushing it. I'm pushing that too much. I think it's just too early in the thing. I'm gonna dial it back a little bit.
Acteza will kind of like, with no like discernible haste, she'll kind of like mosey on over to uh, the carriage and like get up into the seat with Morgar sitting on her lap as she like kind of like, "Are you ready, Sakira?"
You see me hop off of Zimrot.
Oh, I'm still in the air.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay, I
say,
thought you slowed down.
the way
I'm like
Evans
100
described
feet up.
this, you guys
Yeah.
would probably almost be out of eyesight at this point. I would say.
Yeah.
I'm like
That's why I told her to stop.
y'all are like above the tree lines at this point.
Oh my god.
Yeah, y'all are at least a good 30, 40 feet in the air, hauling ass. Like y'all are almost out of sight. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop at 100 feet so I can see if I can spot the goblin.
Oh, okay. I won't make you make a perception check. You don't really spot anything from there, especially a goblin. At most, you just see birds like on the
Zimrot,
treetops.
slow. Please, slow.
She
Go
stops.
back to friends. We're at safe.
Okay, fine. And she starts heading back.
So you all rejoin after a moment of some hectic movement. You all rejoin back at the carriage.
Yeah, Sakira's just kind of standing there with her hands on her hips, tapping a foot.
So I looked. Yeah, like that's her excuse. She's like, so I looked. I didn't see no goblin. So either he already made it, or he's dead.
I hop off.
I feel like there's a
And-
significant amount of gray area between those two extremes, but we'll go with that.
Yeah. I hop off, and you just see me, bow down to you guys. Skeksil, sorry. Zenrot, sorry. We no mean to fly off. And Skeksil, sorry for being mean. We just do not understand why you give gold. Skeksil, sorry.
Sakira's gonna approach you, Skeksil, and she's gonna kind of like get down to your level in like almost a disrespectful manner.
Oh shit.
She says, "Listen, I feel like you and I have gotten off on the wrong foot, and I know that we may not see eye to eye. We have more than enough gold than what we need, and I want to do something good for the people here. Because I know what it's like to be held in captivity, and I know what it's like."
You make like Dragon care. Dragon care for gold. Dragon care for knowledge. Dragon no care for people.
She goes, "If you don't care for people, then why are you here?"
I told you. Secret mission. I'm sorry.
That secret mission must be for a very good reason, which is probably going to benefit the people.
I can tell you, it's not for people.
Then I guess you can go about it by yourself.
I stay with Zenrot. Zenrot stay with friends. I serve
Want to get along early?
Zenrot. Maybe Skeksil friend. When Skeksil understand, when you understand Skeksil.
Next gold, we will keep. How about that?
Yippee!
Does that sound like a fair trade? Let me do something good for these people, and then I'll do something good for you.
Sakira friend.
Sakira extends a hand to shake yours. Says, "Friend, we work together. like friends do.
Together, friends. And I shake hands.
About the size of like a child's hand.
Zinrat's head goes in between them and goes, so, like, I mean, friendship, that's cool, but tasty little goblin's getting away, guys. Tasty goblin.
Acteza is still just sitting on like the carriage with Morgar on her lap, kind of like with the reins in her hands, like obviously we're ready.
Yeah, Sakira's gonna climb up on the carriage with you. Crossing her legs, pulling out her notebook to start writing again, and she leans over to you. Like, is the carriage big enough that we can sit side by side?
Yeah, on the front, I would say it's big enough to fit 2 like humanoid creatures. I'd say like maybe 4 kobolds side by side, but 2 humanoids for sure. And then the back's large enough, just barely to fit Zinrot back there with like the kobold, but not much more than that.
So yeah, Sakira will climb up on the carriage with you, Acteza, and sit next to you, and she's gonna, like, she'll cross one leg over the other, very feminine, and then this is probably like the first time that you notice that she's not wearing any shoes underneath her dress. And she pulls out her notebook and starts to write, and she leans over to you and she says, I know that him and I are friends now, but I'm still not sure how to feel about it. I just wanted to do something nice. That's all.
Oh, I understand. There's different degrees of friends as well. Not all are created equal.
She's like, yes, I guess I'm starting to learn that. Maybe I can't give the same that I do with everybody. Maybe different people require different things. This is all such a new concept to me. I'm very used to not having friends and having people tell me, go clean this, cook that, bathe her, whatever.
You'll see a small little smirk as Acteza will kind of like whip to get the carriage going.
Zinrat's all rolled up in the back, taking with her eyes closed, with her 4 eyes closed.
Music change. Something a little more intense, but not battle music wise. Kind of like chase music almost. As you give a swift yeah, the 2 rams, dwarven rams pulling the carriage, just kind of come to a nice trot as you're off on this road. If you'd like to make a investigation check to like see if you can find tracks, I will say it's a disadvantage while you're driving or riding in the carriage just because of the speed. But given the direction the chief said, it seems like there's really only one way that the goblin went, and that's north.
I would be
Perfect.
right back.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I dig this.
Hey, give me like, sorry, can you give me like 3 minutes?
Sure. We can take a small break real quick.
With this music going, I kind of like just, I see us just like hauling ass. And we're just like Acteza's just like working the reins, the Sakira's just bouncing like right in there.
Pretty much.
And Sakira just she asked you, Acteza, like, so I don't think I really ever fully got your story. Where did you come from?
Well, my father is a celestial eldritch god who took the form of a human when he met my mother. My mother died in childbirth due to the latent celestial power for my father that was imbued in me. And shortly after meeting my mother, he was imprisoned. And I've spent the last 50 years trying to free him from his prison.
Sakira not really like fully understanding like social cues or how she should like if she should show like empathy or not. She's still like she's writing in her notebook. She goes, what else?
I mean, like
I'm
I
back.
said, the last 50 years have been pretty much dedicated, or I guess, sorry, 350 years have been dedicated to freeing him, and I've hit a little bit of a roadblock because this plane of existence doesn't exactly have a whole lot of knowledge on interacting with the old gods, which is why we have joined the guild so that I can hopefully get access to their text on the matter.
And are you trying to like be kind of private with this conversation, Acteza, or are you pretty much loud enough that the two in the back would hear?
She wouldn't necessarily be quiet because Zenrot's already aware of all this, and kind of in her
That's true.
mind, the Kobold's irrelevant.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the two in the back, you can clearly hear Octeza's kind of like back history. Since y'all weren't here for the first part, she basically described how she's the child of one of the old gods who took form long ago and had relations with a elven woman who was then killed in childbirth, giving birth to a celestial type being such as Acteza. Her
Damn.
father was then imprisoned at some point by somebody, you have no idea who, a god or not. And Acteza's been trying the last 350 years to free them.
Oh
Damn.
shit!
That's heavy as shit, yo.
Zenrod, you would be aware of this, but for Aaron's character, that's what you over here.
Yep. Maybe if the bond's sticking. No play. We'll see. I am interested how things will go.
Yes.
So you are all hauling. I wouldn't say hauling ass to the full extent these rams can go, but you are in a quickened pace to catch up with this goblin. As you all are traveling through the woods, trees flying by, flowing in the wind that your carriage makes. You hear birds flapping. You might see a deer or two along the way, but no sight of this goblin. Until you start to see what looks like a clearing coming up ahead, and you see you finally come up on this goblin. It had a large lead on you, but it's nowhere near as fast as these rams. As in about, I would say, an hour into your journey, about hour and a half, you finally see this goblin darting across the road into some woods, or what looks to be some brushes.
Zinrod gives chase. Zinrod immediately jumps the fuck out and gives chase at full speed.
All right.
You're seeing it wanted to like kind of like lean forward and smile sinisterly and just say, "Run him down."
Oh, and she's gonna let out. So she's getting a little bit older mentally. She's actually gonna let out naturally like a very vicious dragon screech.
Zenrod, quiet. We don't know the numbers. We don't know where we're at.
22.
Be wise. Slow down.
I have to get it. She says that over and over as she chases it.
Okay. If I won't ask Zenrot because you're preoccupied with chasing nor the kobold talking to Zenrot, but Acteza, since you haven't given me haven't said anything to say, give me a perception check.
Good old 4.
Oh,
You don't really notice much outside of the goblin. You're very much focused on trying to keep this cart on the road as the whole dragon shifts the weight. And you start to actually speed up about maybe 10 feet faster as this couple 100 pounds is lifted off of the cart. And Zenrod goes darting past you. you all start to come into a clearing of what looks to be a farmland. Um, as you come up, you actually all can notice without much of a perception check, something feels off. As you see this goblin dart into the left, can everybody pull into a bush on the left, which looks to lead into a field? Everybody pull up roll 20.
Let's do this.
I couldn't find a cart, but for sake, I have Acteza and Sakira about where they would be on the front of the cart. Zenrod's a little bit up ahead, and then Skeksil, were you on the back of her or still in the cart?
Still on her back.
Okay, so yeah, you'll be up there with her then. So you see the goblin dive into some bushes over here, and as you actually come up on the Zenrod, you have a hard time getting through these bushes. They're kind of like the ones in like Ireland and Scotland that go up a good 7-8 feet tall around like fields and houses. And with your size, you can push through it with a if you want to give me a strength check. But as of it stands right now, just trying to like hulk through it, it's kind of hard. The vines are tangling around you.
Okay, I'll strength check it.
Okay.
An 8.
You're able to muster your way through the bushes a little bit, but not all the way through. Enough to see through. You see the goblin. You can see him running up this way, this path, before you lose sight of him past this gate. The rest of the party, as you roll up, you hear some shouting going on. It sounds like somebody's getting attacked or something. As you see on the map, there's 2 houses up ahead with some horses in a stone fence on the right and some cows to your direct right.
What do you think, best buddy?
Let's go back. We need to regroup.
We could take them. They're just goblins. Eat them like berries.
I don't like it. Something doesn't feel right.
Okay. If you feel that, I trust you, best buddy. I trust you.
It's at this moment, you see what looks to be a man carrying some supplies on his shoulder, sprinting next to a mule with a bunch of like pots and pans and belongings on top, and what looks to be his wife running behind him, running towards you all just in panic. And they see the group and they're like, "Please help us! They're attacking our house!"
Zenrod looks at shall we for Acteza or Sakira to say?
I basically scream out, "Hurry up, friends!"
Acteza would have found a good spot there on the road to kind of like pull off the cart to inspect further without risk of damaging the rams or the cart.
Sure, I'd say it's probably just back off the map, 10 or so feet back here.
As Sakira gets off of the carriage, she claps her hands together and pulls the doom blade out of thin air, ready to go.
As you do that, you see the same people running past Skeksil and Zenrot, just worry in their face. They're not really. You heard what they said to them, but they seem in no means to stop as they just kind of make their way past the carriage, running for life.
My best guess is we should head in the direction that they came from.
Exactly.
Shall we?
Indeed.
Skeksil, follow.
Cecil, get ready to play as she starts heading towards that direction.
And y'all are free to move your characters on the map as you would like to.
Cool. Zenrot, and this would be the first time that Cecil has seen this, but Zenrot's eyes are all 4 of them are going to glow a bright purple as she starts enchanting in Draconic as her grimoire kind of floats in front of her. Her blade singing grimoire as a great sword sized shadow blade forms as she clamps it with her teeth and she starts heading that direction.
Hell yeah. So, as you all come up to there, could you make a perception check for me?
Sure.
Whoever
bad
would
at
like
those.
to in the group.
That's a 4.
9.
I can only count
14. I can only count to 4.
So, as you all come up, it wasn't a very high perception roll because it's a pretty grim sight. As you see what looks to be a family kind of cornered, as you can tell, the father's trying to protect his wife and child who are fleeing from this scene. As you now all see in front of you, both on top of the house and around it, a whole horde of goblins and hobgoblins. Roll initiative.
Best buddy, it's lunchtime. I rolled a 9.
Where is the initiative at?
On your character sheet, it's right below proficiency bonus
Oh,
next to your
there it
armor
is.
class.
But I go at the speed that Zenrot will go, so
You're on your own initiative, but wherever she moves, you will be.
yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty. 5 for Acteza. The highest I've rolled tonight is a 7.
Oh, damn.
We're having a rough night.
I feel like I've had that last session too.
Yeah, you did. I'm just pulling out a piece of paper to write these down on. Let me roll for my baddies. I'm probably going to just group them up for the number and just kind of count it as a horde initiative.
Yeah, how many do we have right now?
So, what you can see in front of you is a horde of goblins, both hob and gob. There looks to be about 13 goblins from what you can tell and 4 hobgoblins. One of the goblins you can tell, standing right here, looks to be the ass end of the goblin with that message. He is now joined up with his brethren in defense from you. Actually, we'll put a red marker on him. That is the one carrying a message still.
Oh.
Let me see. If anybody else would like to also keep track of initiative, I appreciate it.
Sure. Let me, I can try. Let me see.
I'm gonna re-roll because they both rolled the same initiative. Okay.
Okay, who's first?
So, Sakira rolled the highest at 18.
Okay.
Followed by Skeksil.
Okay.
Then the hobgoblins rolled next.
Okay.
Followed by Zenrot.
Okay.
Acteza.
Okay.
And then the goblins.
Okay. Do your worst.
So, who was up first? It was Acteza? No, Sakira?
Sakira.
Sakira, you are up first, facing a horde of goblins in front of you. You do see what looks to be a family kind of cornered by these bushes and fence line.
I'm on fucking mute.
Okay, I was wondering.
So these are goblins too, right? Hold on, that pointer.
Yeah, they
That's
kind of
goblin.
blend in a little hard, but yes, yeah, these are all goblins, and then the hobgoblins are the larger ones in the back. You can see they're a little more. They have a
Oh.
little more armor.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Yeah, there are some on top of the roof holding bows. 3 on this roof over here, and then there's 1 on this roof over here. The rest seem to be holding spears and maces and the like.
Okay. Sakira, from where she is at, is going to cast Scorching Ray at
Ooh.
the 3 up. God damn it! Give me the fucking pointer at the 3 up here.
Okay. Give me a little description of what that looks like, and also what the actual spell is, because I'm not familiar.
So Scorching Ray, you create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets within range. You can hurl them at 1 target or several, and then I just make a ranged attack roll. And as long as it hits, they take 2d6 of fire damage.
Okay. Alrighty. And what does it look like when you cast it?
You see her kind of like holds up her hand, and you see a ball of flame produce. And as she drops her hands, the ball of flame sits there mid-air and splits into 3. And as she just like kind of pushes forward with her hands, they just launch off.
Hell yeah.
And if you don't mind me adding a little flavor to this, as you pull up this roaring flame, it sounds like a dragon just.
Okay, first one's a 12. That one's a 25. And nat 20 for 26.
Damn.
2 of those hit, 1 missed.
Okay. The 2 that hit, let's see, the first one's going to take 19 points of fire damage.
Okay.
That next one is going to take 15 points of fire damage.
They are both dead.
Fuck! Yeah! I love this bitch!
Hell yeah. Did you hit the one with the message?
I
No.
I took
Yeah,
out
specifically
2 that
the
were up
ones
on the roof.
Nice.
And I think... Hold on. Do I have bonus actions? Maybe.
Maybe.
I really don't, so... Sakira's gonna end her turn there, and I'm just gonna hold my space.
Alrighty.
Okay. Okay, which ones are still up?
All the ones you can see on the roll 20.
Okay. Is this how to ping? Or how do I ping?
You hold down left click to ping.
Is it working?
Yes, it is now.
Okay, I like to go ahead and do... I basically let out a scream. No, that's not 10 feet, though. That's too far away. So I'm gonna... What is it when I basically kind of prep myself or wait?
Hold action.
Yeah,
Hold
you can
action?
hold your action. Yeah.
Yep, I like to do that.
Okay, and what would you like to be like the trigger for that?
The trigger?
Yeah, like if they do a certain action, you then take your action, or kind of thing.
I'm guessing he's holding his action until he's close enough to strike. So when I'm
Yep,
guessing
when I'm close
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
to strike, I'm using the spell.
Okay, yeah. How it works on my game, if you hold your action, you can say like what you're waiting to happen, like a spell to be casted or something like that.
Okay, cool. Let's see. I'll be doing my spell. Let me pull it up. The booming blade.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna use your booming blade.
Mm-hmm.
Such a great spell.
Do you have to hit with that the same time you cast it, or does it
Yep.
stay on your blade?
Same time I cast it, basically you brandish the weapon using a spell casting and make a melee attack with it against a creature within
okay.
5 feet of you.
You're gonna hold that for your action?
Yep.
Okay, I gotcha. Alright, who's next?
It's going to be Hobgoblins and then me.
Okay. So, this hobgoblin up front, he's going to... Let me see how far they can move, actually. I'm going... If they don't have, I'm going to assume 30 feet. Okay, yeah, 30 feet. So this first hobgoblin, he is going to move straight up to... How far? He's gonna move straight up towards you, all of you. He doesn't make it quite all the way, but he does move pretty close. The second one's going to move up where that last one was. He's gonna move 10 feet and then take the rest of his movement towards this entrance here. Then these two hobgoblins are actually going to move forward and hold position here, and they're going to take some pot shots at you with their crossbows.
Dumb bitches.
Or longbows, I mean.
Still, dumb bitches.
One's going to be at Zinrot, and the other one is going to be for Skeksil. Does a 13 hit
Oh god,
Zinrot?
no. That thing just bounces off of my. It hits me like right in the forehead, and it just bounces off of my armored amethyst plated forehead.
Gotcha. And he gives like a little snort of anger as the other one shoots. Does a 10 hit?
It does not.
And that will be the hobgoblin's turn. Then they are clearly furious at their lack of attacks.
Basically, I just put up my shield, and it just impaled my shield, and it just kind of stays wedged in there as I get back into position.
Hell yeah. And it's Zinrod up.
Zinrot is going to, she's hyper-focused on that one goblin. She's going to run over here, hop over the fence. Wait, what's my moving speed? I gotta see real quick.
I think 30 feet on land.
30 feet, so... With how big I am, so that's 5. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna go right here. I'm underneath it.
Okay, and Skeksil, you will go as
Am I
well.
actually-
Yes.
I'm just gonna move you over.
I'm actually gonna be like right there, actually. And what Zinrot's gonna do, so Skeksil, what you kind of start to notice as Zinrot kind of gets like an almost a prowling type body language, you start to notice a shift in gravity as things start to kind of slow and bend at the same time as white energy starts to kind of like the spirit bomb. You know how like the energy kind of appears and goes into the spirit bomb? It's basically going into Zinrot's mouth. As the 3 amethyst crystals in the back of her throat, it's making a small white ball as she's gonna fire her singularity breath. And I'm gonna use my double charge action to make it as powerful as I can.
Remember, it's just the one, but it recharges.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, but you do more damage because it's the stat block.
Yeah, that's right. Step, I gotta get that pulled out. Can I do a cone in this? Is there like a cone?
It's a 15-foot cone, DC 13 strength saving throw, and you can do 5d8 damage with it.
Okay, I'll go right there then. Yeah, okay, so let me get the... How much damage?
5d8.
That is 16 damage.
All right, and let me roll their saving throws. Also, let me pull up the map. Actually, I'm going to pull it up over Discord. That way I can constantly keep seeing it. All right, so I'm trying to see... Yeah, it's 5, 10, 15. I wish you could make a cone on here. I guess you could freehand.
Yeah, I guess I'll...
Like you just freehand like a 15-foot cone, so it'd go 3 squares out from your head.
Like that?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Alright, so just 2 of them have to make a save. Okay, so This one in the back fails, but this one in the front succeeds. He'll take half damage while the one in the back takes full, and actually you kill him straight up.
Yeah, his body is just like he's crushed like a pancake.
The one
Hell
in
yeah.
the one in the front saved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the-
one holding the messenger is still saved, and he is looking worse for wear. He definitely looks like some bones have cracked. This one is flattened like a fucking pancake and is just a bloody pile on the ground.
Yeah, basically you see like that white energy go in her mouth as a white beam shoots, and basically like time and space bends around the beam and the direction it goes before it snaps back into place. As anything hit by it gets hit by like an immense amount of gravity that shoves them downwards.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, I am a turn, and it's going to be the Acteza.
All right. Acteza is going to cast Flaming Sphere, and it's going to set.
Boulder's Gate made me fall in love with that spell. Just this big molten
Right.
rock that just rolls and slams into shit and does an aura damage.
So it's going to set right there. So it's originated next to those guys. If they end their turn within 5 feet, they'll need to make a save, otherwise take damage. And that will be it for me for right now.
So it doesn't do damage right now, but it will the next turn?
If they end their turn within 5 feet, I can make it do damage with a bonus action by shoving it into them after this turn.
Okay.
It's a concentration spell for up to a minute, so it's going to stay active for up to a minute while I have concentration, so I can now move it as a bonus action and inflict damage that way.
What
And
does
it's
it?
only 5 feet diameter?
So it's a 5-foot sphere, and then anything within 5 feet of the sphere,
I gotcha.
when it ends its turn, it has to do a save, otherwise it takes damage. And then I can also force it to do damage on my turn by moving it so it can move up to 30 feet with a bonus action. And if I move it into a creature, they automatically have to make the save or take damage, and it stops moving.
Ah. Okay,
What does it,
I'm reading what you're putting down.
What does it look like? Like, are you going with like the molten rock thing, like in Boulder's Gate,
Yeah.
or?
This would look more like a kind of like a miniature sun, but instead of like a typical orange sun, this would be like a white celestial sun.
That's cool as shit.
Oh,
I like that.
All right, it's the goblin's turn, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so first off, this goblin, the messenger goblin's going to take his movement, and he's going to move.
Is he in range of me to get an attack of opportunity?
He is.
Yes.
And as well as me.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Let me get a swinging on this bitch.
Go for it.
Oh, that was on a 14. Does 10 hit?
Unfortunately, not.
Yeah, she just basically like in a quick reflex like swings her neck, her long neck to try to slice him, but misses.
And then Skeksil, go for it.
Yep. I basically. Here we go. Oh yeah,
Damn.
that's a
That's a
crit.
nat 20.
Damn.
How do you do it? He doesn't have. He has like 2 health.
Basically, you just see me run right off the back, just taking like one step, and I basically jump high into the air, and then you just see me come straight down with a high impactful smash with my lance right through them, hitting into the ground, and then basically you see me pull the lance up and do a flip right back onto the back.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna drop a little dot on the ground to show that message, but the goblin is dead.
Okay, yeah, I just rolled a 15 for damage, and
yeah,
not even.
you overkilled it.
It couldn't be more dead.
All right. If that's now the rest of the goblins are gonna have their turn. Let's see. So this goblin's gonna actually move up to this man right here, and he's going to give him an attack, but I'm going to go ahead and get all of them moved first. So they won't be able to make it all the way there, but they'll be close. So these two goblins are going to move up towards Acteza and Sakira. The goblin right above you, Zinrat's going to try to make a ranged attack, as well as the one on the other house across, as the rest of the goblins are going to move their way. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. They're going to move their way towards 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, towards the rest of the party. This one actually had 10 more, so I'm going to move him there. So, the goblin is going to attack the villager who's trying to protect his family. He's going to nail the villager right in the stomach. He is going to do, let's see, oh, they don't do that much. That's good.
I was gonna say they kill this villager and Sakira's gonna rape them.
Oh.
Okay. So on the same turn, his wife and child will be able to move away a good distance. So I will say reasonably, they are out of harm's way. But the man is definitely still holding his ground, as he is now has a puncture wound in his side. He's not looking too hot, but he's also not looking too bloody neither.
He can take an extra stabbing.
Maybe. Let's see. Does a 17 hit Zinrat?
Yes, it does.
Is that a ranged attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. He's so close that would be a disadvantage. I rolled a 13 twice plus 4, so.
¿Por qué, mi amor?
He's gonna hit you for 8 damage.
Yeah, she'll let out a small. She'll let out a small dragon screech of pain.
As this arrow just nails you right in the shoulder bone next to where Skeksil is sitting. That's going to be the end of the goblin's turn. It is now back to top round with Sakira, I believe.
Sakira.
I got a question.
Okay,
Go for it.
Fighting style protection. While wielding a shield and a creature, you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet. You can use your reaction to impose a disadvantage on the attack roll. What does it mean by 5 feet? Which part of that 5 feet?
So it has to be one of the party members within 5 feet. So Zinrat would count. She's literally like you're on her.
Yep.
But if, like, say Sakira, you wouldn't be able to protect her. She's not within 5 feet of you. Now, you can block ranged or melee attacks, but spells I don't believe would count.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Actually, I guess it would count if it has to be if there's a hit roll.
It would. It actually would count.
Yeah, it would count if there's a hit roll for the spell. So really, any of those.
Okay. That's what I wasn't sure.
It was already a disadvantage, anyways.
Yeah. I was just wondering when I was reading it up what it meant exactly in which circumstance.
Yeah, you're good. All right, it is Sakira's turn. Sakira.
I know it's stuck in my head.
Ooh, baby, when you fling like that, you make swim and go mad. You're muted.
Okay, Colton, calm down. When Colton's not here, someone has to do it.
Sakira's gonna cast Scorching Ray again, but we're gonna target this time on the one attacking the villager.
Okay.
And the other two are gonna go to.
Hobgoblin?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So first one is a 24 to hit.
Okay, the god nails it.
That one is a 25 to hit.
Nails it.
Damn it. That one's a 13 to hit.
Hold on. That misses.
Okay, so I want the one attacking the. So one does 9 damage.
Dead.
Hold up. Am I even casting this right? What the hell? Hang on a second. That didn't seem right. Okay, I guess it was right. 1 second.
Okay. I'm just trusting y'all on it, to be honest.
So, the one attacking the villager I want the 9 damage to go to that one, but the 5 damage to the hobgoblin.
Alrighty. So the goblin, you completely eviscerate it with this ray of fire. It is now dead. The hobgoblin does take some damage, but not looking too rough for wear.
Okay, so the one attacking the villager is now dead?
Yeah.
Cool. And then she's gonna use some movement, and she's gonna kind of like move over here just to reposition herself.
Okay.
And that'll be Sakira's turn.
Alrighty.
It is
Up
now
next is
Skeksil.
Skeksil.
Just a quick question, DM. I didn't realize there was a bunch of little goblins on this map. Were any of the ones back here after I cast my flaming sphere?
Let me think.
It's fine if not, but I didn't realize they were there, so I wasn't tracking them.
I'm gonna say yes. I honestly forgot those two were there, but yes, they did end their turn next to that. So yes.
Okay, so they'll need to make a Dex 15 save.
Okay. One fails. They both fail.
They'll take 3 fire damage.
They're getting
All right.
sunburned very
They're
quickly.
looking worse for wear. They're definitely singed up on their clothing. And yes, they do have a tan.
In like 3 seconds.
Instant tan. Alright, it's still Skeksil's turn.
I'm gonna be using my hold action, but I'm gonna be using unwavering mark.
Ooh.
Okay.
Basically, with my next melee attack.
What is that?
It's an action. It's
so you're holding your action to do that. Okay, I gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
Alrighty.
Hobgoblins, I believe. Let me see. Hobgoblins.
Alright. So this
But I do want to take that action before she takes hers. So the minute that she makes a move, I would like to attack when I'm in range.
Okay, well this hobgoblin's actually gonna course change, and he's gonna run straight up for Zinrot, saying that the rest of the party is being swarmed. So he's gonna come right up to both of you to make an attack. He's gonna try to make an attack specifically at Zinrot. This hobgoblin, on the other hand, he is going to make a beeline.
I'm gonna use my reaction to make an attack on the creature.
Go for it.
Well, you know, if you're holding an action, then it won't cost your reaction when you attack them.
Yeah, this is a reaction. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, like this is basically sentinel attack. When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature.
That's
You're
good.
5 feet within me. Yeah. So, 13 hit.
A 13 misses, unfortunately.
Okay.
And he rolled a nat 20.
Well, thank God I didn't use fighting style protection as my reaction.
Let's see. Is this the right dice or this is a D10? This is a D10. Hold up. I was like, that doesn't feel right. That
Too
feels too heavy.
hefty.
All right. He's gonna deal 8 damage to you, Zenrod, as he plants his spear straight into your abdomen on your other collarbone.
How much damage?
8.
She lets out a much louder screech as blood comes out of her mouth.
Alright, then the next hobgoblin is going to move straight up to Acteza. Acteza, and this hobgoblin's going to try to make an attack on you. I'm most assuming this misses. Does a 10 hit?
Negative.
Gotcha. He narrowly misses you as you dodge out of his way. The next 2 hobgoblins are going to stay in the position they are at as they take a pop shot at Sakira and as well as the villager that's remaining there. Let's see. That is again a 10, which I'm assuming misses Sakira.
Yes, thank God.
And then the villager is hit again, taking some damage. The villager is dead.
Womp womp.
He gets hit right. He gets hit right in the forehead and just flops straight to the ground.
Dunk.
Sakira is pissed. Sakira disapproves.
And I believe that is their turn. Yep, that's the end of their turn.
It's Zenrot time.
Hell yeah.
Zenrot is going to.
Oh, hold on. I want to do my my action now.
Go ahead.
I want to use Draconic Cry. Basically, I just give out this scream, very Skeksil scream, a big screech. And enemies within 10 feet of you, until the start of my next turn, you and your allies have an advantage on attack rolls against that enemy.
Okay,
Yeah.
that would include the hobgoblin and the goblin up here.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, you
And
all
then-
hear a dragon roar come out of this little kobold.
And then how do I roll advantage for my lance attack?
Just right click on your attack, the hit roll and hit
Okay, advantage. Okay.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Who is
Still
that
missed.
against?
Huh?
Is that against the hobgoblin?
Yeah, that was a miss.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately that misses.
And then my unwavering mark, I think, goes away.
What's the unwavering mark again?
Oh, I didn't hit with it, so. But I didn't.
Okay,
I thought I used up a charge, even if I'm, you know.
Okay, I gotcha. All right, it's still Zenrot's turn now.
Zenrot is going to bring her her great shadow sword down upon his head.
At advantage.
Yep.
Nat 20, so I guess it just doesn't
okay.
matter.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. You can't roll higher than that.
And so what we do for Nat 20s?
So for Nat 20s in my game, especially just given the amount of players we have, it's double the dice and max damage.
Double the dice and max damage, so I roll
Yeah,
twice.
so you get the max damage of all the dice, but you double it.
Okay, cool.
So if you roll like 1d8, it's 2d8 and the max damage of that.
Oh, okay. Then she does. So that's. Okay.
A lot.
So that. Yeah. Give me a second. Let me see here real quick. Yeah. So that's 2d. That's 2d8. So that would be 16. Plus 4. So that's 20. For the first one, and it's the second one. So that'd be 40 damage.
Damn. You're hitting twice, or what were you casting again?
Well, you said roll damage is doubled twice and at max, right?
No, just the first hit, the dice are doubled, and then it's the max of those doubled dice.
Okay, yes. So with Shadow Blade, it's 2d8 per hit.
Okay, so it would be 48 on the first hit?
It'd be 40.
4d8 is 32 max.
But I have a +4 with my attack.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
okay.
true.
I gotcha. I was assuming you did it for both attacks, but I get where you're coming from now. I get what you're putting down. Yeah,
Nice.
he is fucking killed 4 times over. How do you do it?
She just like what she does is she like slams the sword to his stomach and then like she like flicks her neck to send him flying in the air. She'll then like let go of the shadow blade and she'll bite the very tip of it and she throws the shadow blade into him in midair as she jumps and grabs the hilt with her mouth and slams him down on the ground before cutting him in half.
All right, fucking brutality for the win. So that hobgoblin's just dead, slops over, cut in half.
And
Zinrod, amazing.
she just lets out a loud ass dragon roar after he says Zenrod's amazing. And then I will head right into these guys right here.
And Skeksil, just like give me a strength check or athletics just to see how well you hold on. Just since there's no saddle or anything, you're having a hard time.
That's why I took the what do you call it?
Zinrot, just before you do that, be aware that's within the flaming
Acrobatics
sphere.
and my athletics.
Oh shit, that's right. Never mind.
You want acrobatics or athletics? I could do both.
Either or, whichever flavor text you want.
Basically balance, not strength.
Okay.
I'm gonna change my movement action.
Oh, you're just okay. Yeah, as long as your turn, the way I'm gonna rule, as long as it's still your turn, you haven't ended it just yet, you can kind of redact your movement.
She's gonna jump on top of that roof right here.
Okay, and I will make you roll again, Skeksil. This will kind of count towards both. Okay. I'll say you narrowly hold on, but you are able to keep yourself on her.
But does my Cavalier help at all? Let me see.
Well, you rolled a 12.
No, but the next one. Yeah, but the second one I rolled
Oh, no, I said you didn't have to. I said the first one would count for both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And with a 12, you nearly hang on by the tip of her tail, and and once she kind of steadies out on the roof, you're able to climb back up to your position.
Ooh.
Hang on, best buddy. And my turn.
Okay. Who's up next? I think it's Acteza?
It is
There should be a round of goblins, I think, right?
Nope, goblins are after you.
Oh, there should have been someone before Zenrod, then I think.
It might be Skeksil.
Nope. So it's Sakira, Skeksil, Hobgoblin, Zinrot, and then Acteza, and then goblins.
Yeah, did the hobgoblins go?
Yeah, they hurt me pretty bad.
Yeah, the hobgoblins went.
Okay, what about the back ones then? Were they in these ones here?
The goblins are all grouped together just to make it easier.
Okay, so these two need to make a Dex 15 save then.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, they're grouped up with the hobgoblins movement. They narrowly fail with a 12.
Okay. They take 7 fire damage.
They are looking worse for wear. I'd say bloody even.
So are they like dark red or bright red?
I'd say dark red.
Yeah, what's their skin looking like?
They're all green. I'd say hobgoblins are like a more advanced, like evolved version of goblins. But they all are still like green. The hobgoblins are actually wearing more like guard kind of armor though.
I meant like the two hobgoblins. Like, what's their skin look like because of this heat?
Oh yeah, no, their leather armor is definitely burning up, and their skin is starting to peel from second degree burns, turning into third.
Nice.
Okay, so on Octavia's turn, she's gonna have Morgar move 30 movement towards Zinrot.
Okay, she will take 2 opportunity attacks doing that.
two.
Yeah, there's a hobgoblin right in front of you. She moved past, and then this goblin here.
Okay. We won't do that then. We're going to use our bonus action to shove this sphere.
Directly up their ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Because we're all about.
No lube, no spit, just shove.
If it'll let me. Goodness.
If it'll let me.
Into that one there, so he needs to make another dex save.
All right, doing it now. That is a dirty 20.
Okay. I don't think. Yeah, it's an all or nothing, so no damage.
Okay.
And then for my actual turn, I am going to use Green Flame Blade. So you'll see a celestial fire light up, or a celestial green fire light up on the sickle as she makes an attack on the hobgoblin that's right there.
Okay.
Nice.
A solid 8 to hit, so she's going to whiff.
Yep, that narrowly misses.
And that will be it.
Alrighty. And I believe it's the goblin's turn now. So.
Yep.
Oh, on the wrong thing. There we go. So these goblins are going to come straight up next to you, Acteza, here and here. And these are going to come up to you, Sakira, on your flanks here and here. They're all going to make attacks against you. Let me see what their modifier is. I always forget. Oh, it's a 4. So a 15 to hit, Sakira.
Why?
Because raisins.
Yeah, because reason.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay, the other one misses, though, fortunately, and you take 3 damage.
Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. What does that do? I mean, I know it does damage,
Yeah,
but...
so, as it gets hit, you see Sakira just, like, kind of point her finger at it, and, like, her eyes go all wide, and she shrieks real loud as flames envelop around it. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw of 14.
Get fucked. Get
That
shit
is a
on.
19.
So it takes half damage of 3d6 fire damage. Please be good rolls, you bitch!
What the fuck?
Takes 16, half of 16.
So, what is that, 8?
Yeah.
You actually kill it. It's health
Hell
of
yeah.
7.
Sorry, guys. Like, I don't mean to be like yelling at my dice a lot, but holy shit! Like,
Dude, I love it.
Girl,
I love it.
you're
It's my
good.
favorite part
Yeah.
of D&D.
You're good. Don't even worry about it.
Alright, so you kill this goblin in a fiery hellfire blaze of, like, dragon fire. It is now dead.
fuck yeah.
Get shit on.
And then the ones on Acteza are going to take their attacks. That's going to be an 18 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
And then a dirty 20.
Yeah, both will
So
hit.
hit. That's 3. 5 damage total. And that's 8 damage. So 5 and 8. How are you looking right now?
Not great. I stayed in the back line for a reason.
Yeah. All right. And then the last 2 goblins, actually no, there's 3 left. The last 3 are going to turn towards the dragon, and they're going to make their way up towards the dragon now.
Okay, they can climb up there and everything within their speed.
Yeah, they can move 30 feet. So yeah, you're only 15 feet from them, so the rest of their speed is just enough to get up there.
Roger Dodger.
Because I believe climbing is just like as long as they pass the check, or if they can't climb. All right. Well, I will say this one actually does not make the check. He's halfway up the side coming towards you, but the other two that are up there are still in range to attack you. They will both go for an attack on Skeksil. Actually,
Oh shit.
that is a 18 to hit and a whiff.
Yeah, that
An
hits.
18 hit.
Yep.
Okay. That's 4 damage, and then the archer across the way is going to make an attack as well. Oh,
I thought that was a ranged attack. You were talking about melee?
yeah, it was melee from this goblin on your right.
Okay.
And then the ranged attack's going now, and that's a whiff as well.
Okay. I
What-
want to use my reaction.
Weren't you holding
Okay.
your action for something?
You already used it.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
used
but
it.
it was a big miss,
Okay.
even with an advantage. So, using my reaction, where is it at? When a creature, yeah, the sentinel attack, I'm making a reaction for that.
Okay, what's that? Is that when they come and range you?
Yep. Now, which one were the ones that were marked with an advantage still?
The one on your right is at advantage, and the one that would proc the sentinel is the one in front of you.
Okay, I'll be attacking the one advantage in
Okay.
the front.
Okay.
God. I can't do them, guys.
Oh my god.
With all the opportunities.
You got one good
That-
attack before.
That
Yeah,
hits.
I did. It does?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, good. I'll go ahead and do the damage.
You barely hit. Some I designed some of them that have higher AC than the others, and these are like my fodder in the back.
Okay. Death 5 damage to the one in front.
Okay, he is still up, but he is looking pretty bad.
All right, and that's, I guess, my reaction.
All right, and that is the goblin's turn as well. It is now back up to the top of the round with Sakira.
Okay, so one of these little bitches is still alive, right?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
one right in front of you, staring you down.
She looks at it as her eyes glow red and swings with her doom blade with as much might as she can. I swear to God, bitch.
Hell yeah.
That's a 23 to hit.
That fucking annihilates it.
Mm-hmm.
Roll
And
damage.
That's gonna be 3d6 necrotic damage. It's 5.
He is barely up, bloody as well.
And that is all that she can do for the time being.
It taunts you in the face. It's like, you're gonna die.
I will feast on your flesh.
All right, I believe it is Zenrot's turn.
Nope, it's Skeksil.
Oh, it's Skeksil's
Yep.
turn.
And then Hobgoblins on deck.
I'll be holding action for doing another mark,
Okay.
and then another battle cry.
You're gonna do a battle cry now or hold it?
I'm gonna hold it. I guess I could do it now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and basically give it out another battle cry, give an advantage for basically the 4 people. No, the person down below I won't be able to hit, but the 3 up above, the one, I guess, because it only lasts 1 turn.
Okay, yeah, there's 2 up the top with you, so you'll hit those 2.
Yep.
All right. And then it's who now? Is it Hobgoblins or Zenrot?
Hobgoblins.
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 Hobgoblins are gonna go now. So this hobgoblin in the back's gonna do a pop shot for Sakir with his long bow. That is a 15 to hit.
If I say no, will you believe me?
No.
Then no.
All right, that is a D8 to hit. He does a total of 2 damage.
Okay, that's not too bad.
The next hobgoblin, he's gonna take his movement. Oh, I didn't mean to grab the sphere. He's gonna take his movement to get out of that orb. He's gonna move about 15 feet forward. He's gonna turn towards Skeksil and Zenrot up there. He's gonna take a pop shot to Skeksil.
Okay.
That's a
I'm gonna
whiff.
use
What
my
the
reaction. Ah, damn it.
fuck? Well,
Wow.
I'll say you have your reaction still.
Well, he whiffed it, right?
Yeah, he missed.
Well, oh, yeah, that works. Perfect.
Well, I just used reaction. That's all. It missed anyway, so.
Yeah, I mean you can save your reaction. I won't count that because you.
Yeah, I was just gonna put a disadvantage on attack roll.
I gotcha. Yeah, just next time waiting for the result.
Yeah.
And then the last hobgoblin's gonna hit Acteza, but whiffs again. I'm rolling 3s like crazy. And that is gonna be the end of the hobgoblin's turn.
It is.
Okay, this one back here needs to make a deck save.
Oh damn it! I forgot. He's in fucking range. I forgot it's 5 feet bigger than I thought. Let's see. He fails. That's only 8.
Taking an additional 6 fire damage.
All right. He is now dead.
Dumbass just sat there and roasted in the sun.
Yeah, he began to have 3rd-degree burns, and then eventually his skin just kind of melted off as he was just like, ah!
Why do I stay here?
Yeah, he's like, ah!
Mistakes were made. Zenrot is going to, she's getting pretty hurt and she's bleeding decently bad. She's going to spread her wings out as you can see, like, the stars and the galaxy inside of them. As all 4 eyes glow, she speaks in Draconic for a few words before she says, I command you to sleep. And she's going to cast sleep at 2nd level.
Did you fly up before that?
No, she's in the same spot.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you flew up.
No, she just spread her wings out.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
And the health is going to be dispel since creatures roll 5d8, but I'm going to do it with a 8d8 because I'm casting it at level 2. Which, babe, this is going to count for you. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Anyone that has 31 health points or lower is going to pass out in a magical sleep.
And how much range?
20 feet around me. I think. Let me see.
Does it say enemies or allies, or does it say creatures?
Creatures within 20 feet of you of a point you choose within range. Oh, actually, what I'm going to do is I will cast it. I'm going to try to get the 3, and I'm going to try to get these 3. 1 second. I'm going to try to get these 3 in the circle. So I'll look at, like, let's see here.
Is a 20-foot radius correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to get all 3 of them in it. So.
Okay.
What's 20? What's 20 feet circle? I wish it would tell you.
You would get all
5 feet
3.
circle.
You would get all 3 of those.
20 would be the
20
4
feet.
circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll put it right. That's a square. Stupid.
It's about that big. I marked it for you.
Yeah, that's basically what she cast it. And if those 3 have 31 health or lower, they pass out.
So are you casting it on where's the center?
Right next to the circle.
Also on it,
Specific
so
thing.
fucking hard.
it's a total of 31 hit points between all of them. So you go in ascending order. So you go however many hit points of the lowest health, they fall to sleep, and then you go to the next one, up to 31 hit points.
Okay.
Okay.
So it might not take out all 3 depending on how much health they have.
Well, the spell only covers enough range to get 2 of them. Unfortunately,
That's
centered on
fine.
that point, 20 feet. A 20 feet radius only covers that much area.
That's fine.
So it's gonna knock out the hobgoblin and the goblin because they both have less than 30 health together. So I will leave them on the map, but I am going to mark them. I'm gonna mark them purple or something.
Mark them sleepy.
I think I killed actually.
Oh, actually,
With a Z's.
sorry. Hold up. I'm actually going to use a sorcery point. Basically, time and space. You actually start to notice time and space starts to kind of distort around you again, Skeksil. As I'm going to use Metamagic Twin spell, and I'm going to hit basically put it on.
You're gonna cast it again.
Basically, I'm going to cast it two times, and I'm actually going to place the circle just outside of me and Skeksil.
Okay, so like that.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter for me, but yeah, for them.
Yeah, so basically that. All right, roll again.
No, it's 31 health too.
Oh, it matches. Okay.
I'm just twinning the spell.
Okay. Yeah, they're knocked out as well. So all the enemies near you are now unconscious.
Can we just take our time and just stab them and just outright kill them?
Yeah, basically on your turn.
Once it's your turn,
you can use your action to coup de grace them.
Yep.
All right, I'll end my turn.
All right. Who's up next?
It's going to be Acteza.
All right, Acteza, it's your turn.
Acteza.
Okay, I am going to cast Misty Step.
And stabbity stab.
Stab.
To move here.
Stab. Poke.
And then
Stab.
I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on the Hobgoblin here.
Nice.
That's a Dex 14.
Let me roll. Yeah. That's a fail. That's a 7.
Funny enough, it's a 7 radiant damage on that Hobgoblin there.
Yeah, that's radiant damage, like non-avoidable.
Damn, he'll get fucked up.
He is looking bloody as hell.
He's got like, wait, what's the holy fire look like for your god? Is it like white
It's
fire,
it's a white flame that kind of
he
like
just has it on top of him right now, just burning.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. I'm saying it's ironic you serve like a Cthulhu god, but it's radiant. You think it'd be necrotic?
That would be cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they're still a holy god though. That's the funny part.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of?
You could give it like a. You could give it like a more of a darker fire if you wanted to be more Cthulhu-like.
Well, that's the thing is like we think of like Eldritch horror, but like it's just we don't understand them. So like in our eyes, they're inherently evil and everything, but our comprehension of what they are is very limited. And then we're gonna have Morgar move over to here. And that will be the end of Acteza's turn.
Alrighty, and then the goblins are up. I will say, I mean, given a description of your father, yeah, I'd say he's more holy than the others, but the rest of them are definitely nasty. At least in my world, the rest of them are evil.
Gotcha. Which would make sense why he's imprisoned.
Exactly, actually, but yeah. So these goblins are now pissed. They're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna stab him good," and then you're gone, and they're like, "What the fuck, that bitch?" So now, one goblin is going to actually. Let me make sure you can make it that distance. Barely. He's gonna barely make it to you, as the other goblin's going to now come up to Sakira, and the hobgoblin's just standing there bewildered. And they are going to both take attacks.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
a nat 20 on Acteza. That's a 19
Yeah,
on
that hits.
Sakira. And that is a dirty 20 on Sakira
Oh my
again.
god.
Those both hit.
Acteza's
I've got a lot of temporary hit points. I'm good.
gonna get spanked.
That's 10 damage to you, Sakira. And that is 12 damage to you, Acteza.
Yeah, I'm good. I still have 14 temporary hit points.
How are you looking, Acteza? I think you were pretty close there.
Yeah, just barely standing.
Oh yeah, see, 2 hit points. Gotcha. I will say in my game, I roll your death saving throws for you behind DM screen.
That's fair.
Adds a little more suspense. That way you don't know what you're at. All right, that is the goblin's turn. The rest are asleep. Or is there like a thing they can do at the beginning of their turn?
They have to roll at the beginning of their turn to see if they wake up.
Let me see 1 second.
They get that Constitution save, right, or something weird every round for 10 rounds.
I don't know. I'm just making sure that we're playing it fair.
No, there is no save. They are asleep.
I gotcha. All right. Well, they will be asleep for now. And
Now-
it is back to Sakira's turn.
The spell ends if it takes damage or someone else uses an action to shake or slap the sleepy awake. But
I gotcha.
it depends if you allow coup de grace or not with enemies in that situation.
I will allow like a automatic crit, but not a coup de grace.
That's fair.
Okay.
So you basically could.
Well, that crit is good. Really good.
Yeah. You're still like getting a fuck ton of damage
Double.
almost for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Sakira's turn.
Okay. Sakira is going to take the risk of an attack of opportunity and move up next to Acteza.
Okay, they will both take that.
Okay. And then before I continue, I'll let you do that real fast.
That's a 22 and a dirty 20 to hit.
Oh god, yeah, those both hit.
Oh fuck.
That's 8 damage total for the both of them.
Okay, now that's not 88. What the hell am I doing?
I mean, do you want to die that badly?
And then I am going to lean. Sakira is going to lean over and touch Acteza and cast Mage Armor. Your AC stat now becomes 13 plus your Dexterity modifier.
Solid.
And then Sakira will have to end her turn there because that takes my action.
Also, DM, I failed my Constitution on my Flaming Sphere, so the Flaming Sphere is dissipated.
Gotcha. Thank you for that. I believe it's Zenrot next, or no, Skeksil.
Yep, Skeksil.
Skeksil.
Yep. I basically hop off, and run over and basically pull my lance all the way up, arc my back, and then just slam down.
Where? Where on their body?
Just right in the middle of their stomach.
Oh shit.
Okay, that's just an automatic crit because they can't move.
Oh, that's right. So I rolled double.
Yeah,
Crit
they're
damage.
dead. Yeah, you do like 2d12, they're dead.
Yeah. All right, there we go. And then I basically move on back up and mount up.
Alrighty.
No, actually, I walk over to the other one. I just take my time, and then I reposition and use my action surge.
Nice.
Ooh. Damn. Okay.
Oh, I gotta do one more. There we go.
I mean, you kill it. Yeah, like you're critting, so it's dead.
And then I just take my time and get right back up on the mount.
If this was a dragon, it'd be different, but a goblin does not have that much health.
I just like walked over, slammed my lance down over one, and then just took my time, walked over to the other one, and just slammed it down. That's while everyone was fighting and things were going on. I was just like, stab and stab.
Yeah, very methodical. All right, if that's your turn, it is Zenrot next.
Zenrot's going to.
Or is it the Hobgoblin?
Oh, Hobgoblin.
Okay, it's Hobgoblin. So the Hobgoblin, the only one actually left, he's gonna make his way over now. Realizing where everybody had moved, and he's gonna make his attack. Let me see. And he's going to make an attack against Sakira. He's actually going to use his martial advantage since he has a goblin next to him.
Damn.
That is, what is that, a total 15 to hit?
Sakira?
I think that
I'm
hits.
sorry. Yes.
Okay, so 15 to hit. He's going to deal 3 and then an extra. What is that? He's going to deal 11 damage total.
Ow.
Oh.
He's going to nail you right in the back as you're running to help Acteza. As you cast that mage armor, he doesn't hit you right in the spinal cord, but he definitely pierces right into your diaphragm.
Yeah, and you hear her kind of like let out a gasp, like just like a. That's more.
Oh,
than
yeah.
mine,
And that is going to be the end of his turn. It is now Acteza, I believe. Or no, Zenrot.
Zenrot is going to. Zenrot's going to see his mom, her mom, and auntie being attacked as she set her eyes. Huh?
Roll a d6 for me. I keep forgetting it. At the start of your turn, roll a d6.
Me?
Yeah, recharge your breath weapon. You can do it every time.
6.
You can reuse your breath weapon.
She's gonna jump and land right here. And she's gonna like just go right through the fence. And she's gonna use her breath weapon on those two on the 3 goblins if I can hit all 3 of them, which I think I can.
I believe so. At the angle you've given me here, it looks like it.
Yep, that's 15. And I'm gonna roll the damn itch. 5d8.
Yep, 5d8. You'll hit 3 of the 4.
They take 16 damage.
All right, let me roll their saves. That's a fail. I think it's a. Let me remember. I gotta write this down at some point. It's a DC 13. That's a fail. That's a fail. And that's a fail. They all fail as you kill all 3 of them in one go.
Yeah, perfect. You guys just hear that sound as you guys see gravity around us start to extort, as she just fires this blinding bright white beam, and as it hits all 3 of them, the light goes away as they'll just stand there shaking, and then they just go right in front of your guys. They just turn into pancakes as the ground becomes a crater beneath them.
You're all splattered with blood.
Yeah, I guess it would. Yeah.
You just see my tongue.
Them out. All their blood's going somewhere.
You just see my tongue kind of like flickering as I'm laughing at the carnage.
Yeah, it's almost like a fragmentation grenade as they're pancaked of just bone and brain matter and guts as it just splatters all over the area.
She slams her tail on the ground. She goes, "No one attacks Mom and Auntie." And she ends her turn.
All right, it is now Acteza with goblins on deck.
All right, opening up Acteza's turn, she's going to use her bonus action to use Healing Light on herself.
Okay.
Healing for 11 damage.
Awesome.
And then she's going to cast Sacred Flame on this goblin right here. So he needs to make a dex save.
Dex save coming up. That is a dex save of 10.
Alrighty. So he's going to take a whole 1 radiant damage.
He is feeling the burn on one of his arms.
And that is it for Acteza.
Alrighty.
And then there's the goblins.
And this goblin up here, seeing you're all grouped up, he's just going to take a pop shot at the first person in line, seeing Zinrot. That is a whiff. That man does not hit shit.
Her tail hits it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it just flies off into one of the bushes as this goblin's going to make his way up to Auntie Sakira and go for an attack.
Dumb whore.
That misses. And that is the goblin's turn.
It is now Sakira's turn.
Yep, it is Sakira's turn.
Oh, you know what Sakira's gonna do. She's gonna hold her as looking at the goblins now in front of her. She's gonna hold a palm out directly in front of it and cast Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty. That's a disadvantage, I believe, because you're point blanking it.
Almost they got the feet, right?
Because it's a ranged attack at melee range, so that's what makes it disadvantage.
Yeah, I think since it's a ranged attack, it's a disadvantage because you're point blanking it.
Okay.
Or am I thinking of Star Wars?
Let me double check. I'll look at it real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know that's a thing in Starfinder, or at least they get an opportunity attack whenever you do it.
Yeah, something like that. And in 3.5 rules, most definitely. But you could take a feat, I think.
Yeah, if you take
to mitigate it.
I think
Point blank shot.
I want to say it's crossbow. Sharpshooter skills gives you it doesn't, you don't get disadvantage. But yeah, that will be a disadvantage because it's a ranged attack at point blank.
Okay. Disadvantage would be 11.
Let me see. That actually misses. I got decent AC.
I'm pretty sure it was 11. Yeah, it was 11. Well, damn it.
Damn it.
Dumb bitch. Trying to just act all cool. Okay, that's all she can do right now.
That was cool. This is how D&D rules work, unfortunately. It is now Skeksil's turn.
I'll go ahead and pull out my spear. And I basically take a ranged attack down at this goblin right here.
Oh, you're chucking your spear, not your lance?
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, your spear whiffs right by it into the bush over here.
Yep.
And it's like halfway sticking out of the bush, and it's just going like wop 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 wop.
I'm gonna say, luckily, the mother and child aren't there anymore. If they were, you would have probably. If you got any lower, it might have been worse.
He accidentally spears the kid.
Yeah, it could have.
And he's like, got one.
Where's the fucking gold?
That's it for my turn.
Okay.
Skeksil, sorry.
Skeksil,
so sorry.
It skips the hobgoblin because he's asleep, so it's now Zinrot's turn.
Zinrot is going to. I'm gonna roll my 1d6.
Yep, roll that 1d6.
Does a 4 give it?
Nope.
It has to be
You're
a 6,
still
right?
recharging.
Okay. I'm gonna fly up. And then basically come just that like she says, "Hang on, best buddy." As she flies up, she's then going to use the other half of her action, so she can fly 60 feet. She'll go 30 feet up, and then she's going to use her full other 30 feet to go full speed down with a dash attack with the sword in her mouth.
Like
she flies down
to the goblin.
Yeah, like she's gonna like basically like anime where she like flies past him with a sword and goes to slice at a high rate of speed.
Hell yeah! Roll the hit. Skeksil, roll to hang on.
Yep.
19.
That hits.
Good. It should. Let me see here.
Barely holding on again.
Actually, you fall off.
Ah.
So you're gonna fall 30 feet. So you're gonna take 3d6.
3d6.
Yep.
And I do 7 damage.
That's a total of 9 for you, Skeksil. You do how much damage? Sorry.
I did 7 damage in total.
Oh yeah, you kill it. Describe
Yeah,
it for me.
she goes right past it so fast he doesn't even react as she like slams on the ground behind him, like right here. And as she lets go of the sword and it dissipates, you see like you hear a shink as his upper body just slowly slides off while his legs keep standing from the shock.
Oh yeah, and you totally look back for appraisal as you see Skeksil's on his fucking ass. He did not hang on for dear life. He tried, but he did
Yeah.
fail. Skeksil, I feel like you're thinking at this point a saddle would be nice.
Yep.
She just looks confused and go, "That's Buddy. Where'd you go? Super cool killer move. You missed it."
Skeksil, just rearrange, fight different.
I respect that. And she ends her turn oblivious.
It is now Acteza's turn. Actually, at this moment, combat is over. 'Cause the
There's
only
still
ones remaining
one
are
goblin
asleep.
in front of.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sleeping.
There is one goblin. They blend in so damn well.
I thought this one right here was sleeping.
No, there's this one. I just marked it red.
Ah.
Acteza is gonna make an attack with her sickle,
Go for it.
and misses.
Yeah, you narrowly dodge it as he jumps over the sickle like a jump rope. He's like,
It's stupid.
And that'll be
"Friends, I'll
Acteza's
murder
turn.
one of you." Okay. It is now the goblin's turn. He's just gonna keep attacking Sakira. He's in the throes of he knows death is coming, but he's gonna try to take somebody with him, and that is gonna be a dirty 23 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
He's gonna do a total of 8 damage to you,
Ow, I'm squishy.
and that is his turn. It is now your turn, Sakira.
She's gonna raise her doom blade just like straight up in the air and come down for a swinging chop.
Okay.
I'm gonna make my screen bigger movement, bigger rolls, stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
Please, for the god, love of you, dumb fucking whore. That's a 5.
This one goblin is hanging on for dear life. He's singing, "I'm still standing." And as
Yeah.
he just barely dodges the doom blade, he's like, "I'm gonna take one of you down."
Yeah, he was really the boss in disguise.
Yeah,
That's
apparently.
stupid.
After that miss, is there anything else you do?
Well, she's definitely not gonna take an attack of opportunity, so no, there's nothing else that she can do.
Skeksil, it is your turn. I will say you're gonna spend half your movement getting up from prone.
Okay. I am gonna move right down here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and do just a normal lance attack.
Go for it.
There we go, crit.
Damn, that 20. I won't even make you roll it. You fucking murdered this thing.
Yeah, basically I get up, and from a actual prone position, I end up basically pushing myself off the ground, and so I'm about, like eye level, and then he just looks at me, and in slow motion, I just thrust right through his neck as his head just gets lopped off.
Yeah, you all witnessed this tiny kobold carrying a lance almost 3 times the size as he just and hops like a hopping run right at it, just skewers this goblin. Combat is officially over. You still have 2 that are currently sleeping, but none that are awake enough to fight.
Zinrat's gonna go over to the hobgoblin, and it'll be 20 damage in total. As she is going to she's just gonna basically she's just basically going to bite his head and attempt to rip it off.
Okay, you easily do. You did more than his health.
Yeah, she just swallows the head before she like bites his torso where his neck hole is at or where the tear's at, and she's gonna lift it up and just kind of start shaking the body, trying to get all the organs and stuff to come out of the neck hole into her mouth hole.
Yeah, as you're doing that, or you're definitely doing that, and then some gold falls on the ground. I'm gonna roll about like 3 gold pieces roll on the ground. Yeah, as you devour his body.
Oh no,
What
no.
are the rest of you doing?
She's
Oh.
like trying to basically while his torso's in her mouth, she's like throwing her head back, trying to get all the organs to come out of his neck hole into her mouth.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right. I don't even know what to do for that, so you just do that.
Cool beans. Smoothie.
Hell yeah.
Sakira's gonna she's gonna be like trying to draw this battle scene as best as she can in her book. While kind of turning to the rest of the party, like, well, I feel tenderized. What should we do next?
Zero says nothing and she keeps eating.
I will say the message is still on in the goblin's hand, the dead one, where that red little circle is. And then you still have one goblin that's sleeping. Just
Sakira wants to just nonchalantly stroll over there and pick up that item.
Yeah,
okay.
and Acteza would go over to the sleeping one. I think we should interrogate this one to see if he knows anything. Give us more information on this boss the other goblin was going to take the message to.
Ooh, that could be fun. I do know a variety of spells to make me look scary.
As Zinra finishes the hobgoblin's body after drinking its insides. You guys, well, I can wake it up if you want. I can get really close with it. Show it my teeth.
Sakira's gonna cast Thaumaturgy and alter the appearance of her eyes to look like Zinrat's, and just kind of like blinks at her and like says like, "Let's do it together."
I love this. And she's gonna run over and she's gonna put her head gently on the goblin's torso, so like her teeth are just like inches away from its face.
Yeah, as you are
energy.
okay.
Yes.
As you like nuzzle your jaw onto its like belly, it's like, huh, and it wakes up. What the fuck?
And as it wakes up, she says, "Good morning," as it's just like the hot breath and the smell of hobgoblin and goblin just kind of go into its nasals.
Good morning, sunshine. The world says hello.
Yeah, exactly. She says exactly that.
Yeah, the goblin's like, ah. And that's it's if anybody wants to do anything at this moment, I'll give you all a chance. If not, I'll let the goblin do its thing.
I got an 18 on intimidation, by the way.
You want me to roll intimidation too, since I was helping her?
I'll give Zinrod advantage, so because it looks like you rolled twice anyways.
Yeah, I get advantage on it anyway.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you want to just roll your own, then since she already has advantage, why not?
I'm good at intimidation. That'd be a 17.
Okay. Well, you both rolled really high, an 18 and a 17. Let me see. Let me roll for this Goblo man. He actually barely beats out both of you. You see him, he's like, I don't give a shit. You killed all my friends. You're just gonna kill me too. And he goes, right into both of your faces.
Sakira puts her doom blade up against his throat and says, "You're right.
Do your worst."
Oh, you think that this silly little blade of mine is my worst?
Oh.
No. How about
Is As this is happening, Skeksil, gets mad at the whole spitting situation, and I go over there and I just stab him. Not at full strength, but I just stab him.
Okay. Roll for damage.
But is there anything kind of like half effort? Is there anything?
You can
Only if
say
you do an unarmed
non-lethal.
strike.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
unarmed
can do
strike,
unarmed, or you can say non-lethal.
non-lethal. Basically, I hit him over the head with the lance.
I'll give it to you this time, but from now on, you gotta say it before, or you
Well, I
might
was
kill him.
trying to. I was like, is at like half measure. Like I was just trying to cut the damage in half.
Oh
I
no,
don't know.
I'm just like, now that you know.
Okay. And I just basically, knock him over the head. It just sounds so better when you know what you're doing and you stab someone in an area that's non-lethal. Hey, I don't like I thunked you over the head with a sack of rocks. It sounds like a better situation story-wise when I just stab. I lean into it. But
Okay. He screams out. He's like, "Ah, you fucking bitch! My boss can do better than that."
you speak to Skeksil, and you speak to great Zenrot. Listen, and maybe you live to see your boss.
If I go back to him, I'll die worse than this, anyways.
You don't need no need for everyone to know the truth. And I'm basically trying to use my persuasion to get him to think that if he doesn't say anything and we don't say anything, then no one has to know and he can get out of this situation alive.
Yeah, he's too dumb to understand that. He just is sitting there, like, looking at everybody.
Stupid orc. You too stupid to understand. And I just walk away.
Sakira just kind of continues to says, you really think that this is our worst? What? How would you feel if my friend here eats you, but slowly? First, starting off the toes, taking one by one off, and then a foot, and then a leg, and then a thigh, and then, well, maybe some less desirable areas. Or maybe she'll start there first, and then we'll just leave you there, memberless.
Is there anything you want to do, Acteza, before I get to that?
No, she's kind of accepted that whenever Sakira gets in this sort of like literary mood, to kind of just sit there with Morgar like petting behind the ears, but she does kind of chuckle, dickless.
Reroll intimidation. I'll give you another chance and have him reroll as well. I'll give you advantage too, just because of the gruesomeness. You described that well.
Fuck yeah. So, oh god, yes, natural 20 out of 26.
Fuck yeah.
Well, his stats are not high enough to even beat that. So he's starting to tremble a little bit. He's like, "Well, I guess that would be pretty much the same if I went home too."
Or I could eat him alive and he could just digest in my stomach. It's warm in there.
I'd rather not. Fine. What do you want to know?
Sakira leans over to Zenrot and just kind of whispers, I didn't think we'd get this far.
Okay. Tell us about your boss. And tell us where your boss is located at.
Say it one more time, sorry.
She actually will look at the Acteza first and go, do you want to ask Mom? Or do you want me to talk to him?
I think Sakira's got him in quite the talkative mood, so why don't you take care of it?
Okay, she wags her tail happily. Man, I was looking forward to eating you. That's okay. She kind of chuckles. So okay, so who's your big evil boss dude? Where's he at? Is he yummy? And she gets really close with him, or she tilts her head upwards, kind of like a dinosaur and has her eye really close to his face as she asks that when she says,
Yeah,
"Is
you're
it
like
tasty?"
eyeballs almost on his eyeball.
Oh, well, it's his face since I'm much bigger than him.
Oh yeah, I guess so. He's like, I don't know about the tasty part. I've never tasted the guy. But the boss is big guy. He's like the biggest, baddest. So he leads. The biggest person leads, and he's the biggest. So, as for his name, it's Kilgore.
Kilgore. But what if I'm the biggest? I think I'm bigger. And she
Well,
kind of puffs
I
up her
mean,
chest.
you're not a orc or a hobgoblin or goblin, so
I'm bigger. And she just kind of gets mad at him.
not really how it works. I'm sorry.
I don't feel like we're really getting the necessary information I need out of you. Sinra, go ahead and take a toe.
What if I just like halfway? How about a toe? Okay, I'll take a toe. And she like nuzzles his foot, removes the the boot, and accidentally removes half his foot.
So, Zenrot, since you're kind of the one on top of him, roll me in athletics or actually, yeah, in athletics.
25.
Let me see if he actually can beat that.
I highly doubt it.
Was he trying
No,
to
he
do
does not.
bench press, what, like all 300 pounds of this fucking dragon off of him?
No, he tries to do something, but he clearly fails as you bite into his toe, and he's like, ah, you bitch.
Oh, no, she takes half his foot off.
Yeah.
And then she just like throws it in the air. She catches it and swallows it. Next time, I'm going to eat you just whole. That way, you can get really snuggly, and I can get all the nutritions. And I think that's a good enough punishment. She kind of looks around for hurting these innocent people.
Okay, I'm gonna give. Who wants to say something next? I'd say you're running short on time now. Anything anybody else wants to do?
Can you point us in the direction of where your boss is? And also, what is his weakness?
I'm not really sure what his weakness is. Ah, that hurts. He's just really big, so nobody really fights him.
Ah, have you ever heard the expression, the bigger they are, the harder they fall?
How many guards do you have?
A
During the
lot.
day, during the night? How many patrol on the walls? Are there walls?
Let me roll. I'm just gonna roll a percentage die to see if he's smart enough to really even know that. Oh, wow, that was actually. There's like at least 10 guards at all times. I guess there's a lot of people.
And what would you say is the weakest point? If you had to approach.
Yeah, I don't really know. It's pretty fortified.
That's all.
Anybody
And
else?
at this point, you can start to see he's getting close to dead as he's bleeding out.
And Sakira stands up and she goes, "Well, I guess that's that." And she turns, and as she like slowly starts to walk away, she just kind of like waves her hand in the air and goes, "Eat him, Zenrat."
And she does. She eats him alive. She eats him alive. So he's like stuck in her stomach, being digested alive.
Yeah, at this point, he's already pretty much dead. He's bled out. But yeah, you do that.
Does she feel him moving around at all inside of her stomach?
He tries, like as he goes down your throat, you can feel as if he's trying to move to hold on, but eventually it goes away as when you can tell he just passes from blood loss.
And she just keeps throwing her head back as he goes down her long ass neck. Her neck is like 5 feet long.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, and she just follows him and just lets out a loud burp.
Okay. I'd say at this time it definitely like the sun is past the mountain. It is probably about 6 o'clock at night. So y'all are all looking pretty worse for wear. If you can continue to adventure and to update Aaron how it works on my game, there's 10 levels of exhaustion instead of the regular 5. I'm using the new 1 D&D rules where there's 10 levels of exhaustion, and all it does is for each level you have a minus to your rolls. So at like 5 it's -5, at 10 it's death.
Okay.
So that way, like, if you wanted to stay up, you could. It just gets worse as the longer.
Okay.
I think Zenrot will want to rest for the night, and she's gonna eat some of the more goblins before she goes inside of this like broken house, and she just kind of like lays down in there.
Skeksil goes inside and basically helps guard, and
Okay.
puts it upon himself to just guard Zenrot.
Gotcha.
So I'm staying up.
Seeing as we've taken the message and secured this area, Acteza will look at everybody. You do know we have the ability to go back to our hideout at any point and return to this exact point. There's no reason to take up their houses.
She comes out of the house. Oh, I completely forgot that we could just do that.
Yeah, as you're saying that, you see the villagers kind of returning back, and they're like, "Oh, thank you so much. I thought we were gonna die."
Smart high elf.
Zenrot will kind of walk over and let the crowd come over, because maybe they'll offer her a gift. She doesn't say it, but that's what her hopes are.
I would say so. The family over here is definitely mourning. They're not really focused on you. They're just kind of sitting over the dead body of their father and husband. But the wife and the other guy, I couldn't grab him because he's off the screen, are come back, and they're just really gracious. They're like grabbing everybody's hand and shaking it like, we thought we were gonna die and lose everything. At least we still have our lives and some of our livelihood. We can't thank you enough. What is your names?
I'm Zenrot.
Skeksil. Not house pet.
Got it. Well, I appreciate it. You look like some great adventurers. Thank you so much for helping us. And they just kind of start to mosey on past.
She'll Zenrot will open up a portal, and she'll take Skeksis into her domain.
Sakira will kind of mutter to
Remind me why we help.
Because we'll get paid from someone else, I think. Because it was a quest, I think. Or we're in the middle of a quest. I don't know.
Sakira is like, remember, friend help friend, and then friend help friend. That's how and that's how you get gold. Friend help friend, refriend.
Friend will see whether we get gold.
Oh, don't worry, friend. I will show you the gold.
Okay, and Acteza, haven't heard from you yet.
To be honest, I'm just waiting for the portal.
Oh, it's open.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is just she would head back in. She's not really looking for praise. It's kind of just another job on the list of things to do. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I'd say the portal y'all opened kind of was next to the entrance here where Zenrot is. And as you all enter, it closes up as you are now floating on the shard.
Zenrot goes, so, best buddy, there are other kobolds here, by the way, and they help take care of us and stuff like that too, by the way. They're pretty cool. Anyway, this is our home. This is my realm. Isn't it cool? Look at the white sand and all the amethyst. It's so pretty. And there's a big pile of gold inside.
Other kobolds serve Skeksil. Skeksil manage. Skeksil make everything better for you.
Okay. And she just walks proudly to the cave.
Yeah, as y'all walk in, all the kobolds have like lined up side by side. Kind of like when a king would enter into his castle, all the maids and butlers are in a line, just kind of bowing, and they're just kind of ready to serve, and they're like, "Mistress home, yes." And they're all just kind of staring at you like just
I
like
have
in
my chest.
awe as like their left eye blinks and then their right like a second after they're just like blinking.
Stupid.
I have my chest out, riding proudly.
Yeah, they see that and they're just like, wow, great honor, great honor.
I just bow my head in respect.
Yeah, they all assume you're like a chosen one, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Zena will say as she goes in, I would love a hot bath, please. And she just leads Skeksil to the massive gold pile. That's it. And have they finished like excavating a hole to fit this gold into the ground so it's like even plane?
Yes. It's not low enough that it's even plane. There's not that much room underneath your asteroid there, but it is low enough that it's only like a 10-foot tall pile. But it's a large one. Like you could put your whole body inside it with a wall of like 5 foot high gold around where your bed is. Kind of like a doggy bed, but made out of gold. And then like it opens at the front where you can walk down it.
Oh yeah, she goes and lays on it while she waits for her bath to be made.
Yeah, and to
She's
describe the shard to you a little more, Horlot, it's in the shape of a massive amethyst crystal. I'd say it's probably 5 feet long from tip to tip, um, and or 500 feet long. I mean, um, the inside easily stretches a good majority of that, about 300 feet tall of a cave. The tunnel actually goes down into it about a half a mile. It's a lot like wider than it is tall for now. And as you come in on the sides of the cave entrance, uh, as you walk in, there's like running water that's purple and translucent. It actually looks kind of like a galaxy's in it as it flows down into this cave. When you walk through the main entrance, there's actually a waterfall that's covering the main entrance that opens as you enter. And each of the party member, as you open, it's magical. It'll make a space wide enough for you and whatever you're carrying to enter without getting wet. As it closes behind you, almost like a sliding door of water. Towards the bottom, on both sides of the cave entrance, it makes a pool large enough that Zinrot could bathe in it. And actually, that's where all the kobolds are sitting there breathing fire into the water to heat it up.
How clear is the waterfall? Is it clear enough that and stable enough that there's a reflection on the
Yes.
waterfall? So I'm
Yes.
seeing the backdrop of the scenery and the galaxies and the stars.
Yes, you can see that as you look at the waterfall, but once you pass, it blocks out light. That way, you know, it's almost like a blackout curtain for the cave.
Okay. Well, I basically hop off and then I give a respectful bow, you know, and then I basically head over to the other kobolds to get situated and make sure that bath is happening. And then as I'm walking by and seeing the different party members, I just bow my head, you know, as I'm heading over there to talk to the kobolds and make sure shit's happening.
Yeah, the kobolds all give you a bow, stopping for just a moment as they turn back around. They're not exactly breathing fire, but their breath is hot enough that it's close enough. Like it's almost to the point it would be a flame breath, but it's just under that breaking point to where a flame would not ignite. And they're not a full-on dragon to the point they can make a breath. But with all of them combined, it's enough like of a heat wave to warm the water to a nice boil.
I basically, you know, talk to whoever I think is somewhat in charge, and then just trying to get situated on all their duties and what they do.
So all the kobolds are shorter than you. They all stand about 2 feet, except for one that stands about 3 feet. He's just a little bit shorter than you, but almost matching height. He's wearing a finer espada type getup. The rest are wearing like the underlings. They don't have like a cloak over them. They're just wearing the undergarments of the espada. But this one's wearing the cloak, and it has Zenrot's symbol on it. If Zenrot has a symbol, if and we can come up with that at some point.
Yeah, we're
Um,
coming.
and their outfits are, I'm assuming, all white, but with purple underlays. Is that the idea?
It's just all white and black. So they look
Oh,
like they're wearing
gotcha.
like they look like they're wearing like if you just like look at the espada, like they wear those like samurai pants and like, but they're gonna wear like robes, so they look like espada minions, while the number one looks like an actual espada, not with a hollow mask, but clothing wise.
Gotcha. So that's what you see, and he's wearing a cloak, kind of like the main espada, but the rest aren't. It's a shorter cloak. It doesn't go all the way down, just above his tail. And that's kind of to signify he's like the head butler. And he turns to you to address you. He's like, "Sir."
I am Skeksil from the High Dragon Tribe of the North. I have been chosen by the Great Mother herself on an important mission as I serve Zenrot.
You serve
For
the
today-
Great Mother.
Yes, she put me on this path. But I am more interested in what you do, in what everyone here does. I'm more interested in how efficient we are as a whole.
We serve in any regard. We are kobolds of the inner circle of Great Mother. We know how to do all that is required of service.
We will be needing more services in the future. I shall help guide you to help our Lord Zenrot achieve her greatest glory.
Yes. And all in unison, hail Queen Zenrot.
She just giggles in the background happily, like an anime child.
And I'm just basically with my hands up on the sides, just laughing as I'm just enjoying the whole situation.
It's at this point they all kind of form the two lines again, and they all kind of are like motioning Zenrot that are bathrooms ready. They're like, come, mistress.
Oh, she totally gets in and rests her head just like on the outside on the rim of the ground, and she'll probably stay there for probably like the rest of the night. You know, she'll probably even sleep in this hot bath. Like she'll ask them to keep it hot for her while she sleeps.
Oh yeah, and they will. They won't even sleep. Like they'll go to
Oh, God.
exhaustion to keep you served.
She doesn't know any better, so she just smiles happily, and I'll let Acteza and Sakira get some love in.
I will say
basically-
real quick that the water is equivalent of that of like anime spring water. Like
Hell
it's a
yeah.
spring.
I
She's such
provide,
happy.
I guess, the other kobolds to provide, like somewhat of a security guard situation, and then I'll leave off to go see what everyone else is up to. As I'm trying to get the lay of the whole situation, the whole area.
So what is everybody else up to? Acteza and Sakira, you come into the shard. You do still have that goblin message that you will note you haven't read. And also, the goblins have finished making some houses into the side of the cave. I wouldn't say they're mansions. I would say they're pretty much about the same size as a standard log cabin, but they're made into stone. So they're like actual stone cave like housing.
That's cool.
Sakira
Yeah.
wants to read the note.
Okay. Do you know goblin?
God damn it! Why do you have to ask those type of questions?
Because I'm a
Do I?
demon. I do what I want, bitch.
Acteza can read it.
Fuck yeah! Okay, she gives the note to Acteza.
Yeah, Sakira, you open it kind of like Kung Fu Panda. You're like, oh, and it's like,
So
And as I
uh,
hand it to Acteza, she's like, my writing style is much more better than this.
clearly, yes.
Agreed. And you kind of see Celestial kind of light up her eyes because she doesn't naturally speak Goblin. She's using the Eye of the Runekeeper to decipher this.
Smart.
So, on the message, it says, and you can tell there's some urgency in it. It's a little sloppier than, and this is Goblin writing, so it's already sloppy like chicken scratch, but this is even sloppier. So it's, even though you're able to read it, it's almost hard to make out the words because you can clearly tell it's in a panic. It says, "Deliver this message to Kilgore. There's somebody entering into the outpost. We need backup quickly. Reach the others and have them send reinforcements. Tell Kilgore that plans must be made and quickly." And you can even see he scratched out a part because he was in a hurry, like he fucked up, and it said like plans must be, and he like scratched it out. Be quick.
God, they write like 5-year-olds. Jesus Christ. Uh, Sakira, the gist of it is they were afraid of us. They requested Kilgore to send reinforcements. So it doesn't give us any actual data aside from there's some sort of plan that, once again, they didn't elaborate that they need to move up their timetable on. I still think we need to rest before moving forward, but it seems like probably right after breakfast we should make our way out to their outpost.
as you guys are having that conversation, Skeksil is like, friends? Friends? And I'm like basically poking my head in to see you guys.
Yes, how can we help you?
Skeksil might sleep with all Kobold protecting Zenrod, but I assign guard to you since you friends and you need protecting as well when you sleep.
Sakira like bows her head. She goes, "Thank you. That's really kind of you. I appreciate you, friend."
Yes, Skeksil, very good friend. And then he just walks away because only if you guys want to inform him, you know. But he walks away to go get the guards to post up by your lodging so you guys can sleep.
Acteza would kind of call out, Skezel, you're aware no one has access to where we're currently at, right? This is protected by a dragon god. Literally, no one can
Yes,
get here. So I
yes,
would
but
prefer if
security
you don't.
measures don't matter.
I don't want one on my porch. And she's gonna walk into her
Oh,
cabin and close the door. She's had enough of this.
oh,
I imagine
oh,
this is coming.
Skeksil, not friend.
This is coming from my south roots. I just imagined a go back where you came from, boy.
Definitely not going that route. More of just like not reading the room and like just like still pushing the button over and over again.
Oh yeah, I gotcha.
Ah,
Well, it's okay. You can send them to me. In fact, if you'd be so kind, you could send them inside.
yes, Skeksil help.
She's like, "Yes,
Um,
you are going to help with something."
And then I just go off and I go get the guards to help.
as you walk off, I will denote that you actually, the only ones that are helping heat the bath are only about 10 of them. The rest, there's 10 more. There's a total of 20. You have like the full king amount of like butlers and maids. As you walk over, they make you aware of this. they say, "We will stay here to keep Bath warm, but those 10 have been sleeping all day after making huts. They can stay up all night." Basically, at this point, the others were sleeping. There's basically a day shift service and a night
night
shift
shift.
service.
I like that.
Yeah,
I,
so these 10 are like the day shift, and they'll switch out with the 10 on night shift to sleep.
I go ahead and instruct 2 of them to send to Shakira to basically help out with whatever they need, and then to provide them like security at the same time. So the same tasks just been kind of reallocated to Shakira.
I mean, not to be a bother, but we have no food here. The water is plentiful, but we are starving.
Skeksil fix. Skeksil make everything good. Skeksil go now.
And
But
you
the
have
2 will come to Sakira, and Sakira, you just see these 2 are like bowing at your doorstep and enter in, and they are just sitting there waiting.
She leads.
They're just standing there, just looking at you, just anticipating.
Give them orders. What you want?
Yeah, they'll listen to all of you, by the way.
I need some special help, and she leads them into her quarters, where she
oh
closes
my
the door.
god.
Roll for snoo snoo.
What is that? What is that? A charisma?
Performance.
Fuck! She doesn't
Wait,
really know
wait,
what she's doing.
wait, hold up. Are they serving her and is she just being a fucking pillow princess?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, they are all male. I'm actually gonna fuck it. I'm gonna roll for their performance.
Don, that's horrifying. We all know what she does to them after she fucks them.
I don't know. So one of them actually rolls a 19 and rocks your world, and the other one rolls a 12. So you are pampered and satisfied to your heart's content.
Sakura approves.
And then
They both leave you to have a nice long rest, as they will just sit outside
Smoking a
your
cigarette.
room at this point. Actually, no, they'll snuggle up with you the rest of the night.
Yeah, and she's got just like this happy little grin on her face. I know none of the other party can see her, but nobody's ever seen her smile before, and she's smiling.
I grab basically 2 more kobold to go out with me and
Okay.
go hunting. I'm rolling a survival to see what I end up getting out there,
Okay.
hunting wise
I
or
will
scavenging.
say, if they end up dying outside of this realm, you'll have to find new ones.
Oh no, then they're staying. I'm
you're-
going.
So you have the ability to open a portal back and forth as you please. Just so
Yep.
you know.
Yeah, and they don't get me wrong, they have the draconic cry, and they can do like claw attacks, but their health will kind of count as like an NPC, so about
Yeah,
like half
yeah.
health.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna roll my survival.
All right, go for it.
6.
So you have a hard time finding anything. You find some squirrels and maybe a rabbit or 2, but definitely not enough to feed 20 hungry kobolds, and definitely not the Zinrot.
Then
Are
I
you-
basically I sigh, uh end up spending, a couple gold coins on getting some bulk stuff from the town or the village that was nearby, and just seeing who's
You're
willing to
right
barter.
next to some farmhouses,
Yeah,
and
cows.
they do have a herd of cattle. Because of your help, they will give you more. You do pay them, I'll say 3 gold, but they'll give you enough cattle to easily like stockpile up some food for I would say 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'd
So
say maybe like 5 cow.
okay, cool. I went ahead and got them, and then I'm leading them back into the portal.
All
We should
right.
we should
And
definitely
then I'm
keep that for the
minus.
kobolds.
Yep, I'm minus 3 gold, and I'm good. There we go.
All right, and the kobolds get to work. You would expect them kobolds, especially like Acteza, you would or even Sakira, you would expect them to be like animalistic like any other kobold, or at least those are more feral types, not the well-mannered of celestial beings. But no, they actually are quite divine, I should say. But they all pull out butcher knives and they start going at the cows after gracefully slitting their neck. They de-skin the cow, that they keep the hide for other needs, as they just butcher up the cow into fine fillets.
Oh, also,
Not a bit is wasted.
for sex, no, like the whole area is made of white sand. Is the floor?
Yeah, this floor is finely grained white sand. It feels soft to the touch under your feet. Sleeping on might be different, but it's still pretty nice to the touch.
Okay.
But yeah, they all butcher up the meat. They will package up most of it using the leather to keep dry in storage and salted. But they all fill up their bellies with a nice feast. They thank you so much for being such a gracious master, and they will leave some aside for Zinrot and everybody else. They'll just get their portion and be done.
Yep. I go over to the cabin stone thing and let one of the guards know that they can rotate to get food for themselves, and then to let you know Shakira know that food is ready, and then I go off to go check up on Zinrot.
And whoever I mean, it seems like Aaron, you want to kind of like be the logistics here. I will say they eat about 200 pounds a week. So
20 pounds a week.
and that's something y'all will have to keep up with.
Okay, let me go to my notes.
We could just
I
keep the
will
cows.
say they can go some time without eating, but will eventually die if they don't have food.
The cows can be just for them. You know, we can go hunting for our own food and stack up there. At least that way our
Sure.
kobolds have stacks.
Sure. I'm just so y'all are aware that eventually you need to restock.
What do you think, Don?
Yep.
Should we save all the cows for the kobolds? Or
How
save
much is
some
it?
for ourselves?
How much is it again?
200 pounds a week for all 20 of them to eat like a well 3-course meals a day. Given their size, I'd say about 200 pounds of meat in a week.
Okay.
What do you think, Don? Should we have the cows be their inventory of food for now, and then get our own later?
The way I'm getting this from Evan is we're gonna have to keep supplying food for both us and the kobolds moving forward. The 2 cows
Yep.
are probably only gonna keep them good for about a week.
Yeah.
I'd say 2. Y'all are good for a good while. Just because y'all are in space, I'd say it's decently cold. Inside the cave, and especially your homes, I'd say it keeps a decent temperature, whatever your character would like. But in the walls, it definitely keeps a cooler touch, so it almost like a refrigerator. So the meat will keep
That's
for a
cool.
while. Yeah, you're in space. Why wouldn't it?
So we have about 2.5 weeks worth of food.
Yeah. So you
Cool.
shouldn't have to worry for a while, but you know.
And we did still have some of our other like meat and stuff from before that transported to the rock, or the shard.
Oh yeah.
So like
Yeah,
as of
I've
right
gotten
now,
all
we
of that
should have it.
together about 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say for us, we should have supplies in the cabin currently for our party. Probably, I would say probably only a couple days left of that, based off of how we've rationed it out. But we also haven't gone hunting since like the first or second session. So
Sidrot will go hunting when she wakes up.
All right. So at this point, are we all taking a long rest?
Oh yeah, she's passed out in her hot bath.
Oh yeah, and they're massaging your head while you're just asleep.
She's making like snoring, but it's like dragon purrs.
Basically, just give one last instruction. Wake Skeksil during change of shift. And then I basically pass out.
Yeah, while you're passed out without having to ask, they just bandage up your wounds.
He's
Kira's still passed out from her sex coma.
Oh yeah, you're getting all the pampering.
I can just see Acteza like wake up like naked as just like six goblins just like cleaning all of her fucking wounds. She's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I would say they try to sneak in, but if your wishes are for them not into your house, they would abide.
Yeah, they're basically like servants.
They're servants, like they try to help, even like if it's not what exactly you want, but they will still go with your wishes.
Hmm.
Um, Octeza would have made a cup of tea as she uh, continues reading through her dragon book that she had acquired, um,
Oh,
and
okay.
also any other material she might have on that area of the region, but it would be fairly limited.
Okay. So to finish up our long rest, I will give you a bit of information. I'll say you probably spend about 2, 3 hours before kind of conking out for bed. You're tired from all the battles. You did two back to back with not much rest. As y'all go in, as you settle in for the night with a candle under your nice warm sheets, you read a couple of chapters of your book before passing out with the book in your hand. The next couple of chapters feature some of the lesser known gods, but before they get to the lesser known, there is one god that you actually know quite well. Um, I'm fucking trying to find him. Sardior. So you read up on Sardior. This is Zinrat's father. As you read,
Oh.
Sardior is known as the Dragon of Night or the Dragon of Space. He is the dragon of psionics and secrets. He is the master of all knowledge and the master of all gem dragons. This is the dragon that all gem dragons are descendant of. The reason Zinrat is an amethyst dragon is because Sardior is an amethyst dragon. There is also a note about that amethyst dragons are the most powerful of all gem dragons and are actually the leaders of the gem dragons in the mortal plane. If not for if if it's not Sardior leading them, it's the amethyst leading them because Sardior is one of the amethyst dragons, but the god. You know that the dim dragons actually hold the ability to teleport between dimensions and worlds, which also helps you to understand why Zinrot has control over gravity and dimensional magic. It all kind of makes a click in your head why your adopted daughter is able to do that black hole kind of blast breath because they are the travelers of worlds. It's actually not uncommon for Sardior and Amethyst dragons to make their home around waterfalls and to collect knowledge and secrets. You have already seen this in Zenrot wanting to go into bookshops, almost as you, Acteza, want to know knowledge and secret. If you do or not is up to you, but you feel a sense of pride, kind of like this really is your daughter, that she's learning secrets and pursuing knowledge just like you, as you kind of drift off to sleep, a smile on your face. We all come to the morning, or at least what you can tell to be morning, as all the kobolds wake you up. Zenrot, you're woken up the softest. Outside of Sakira, you're woken up the softest of all of the party members. The kobolds are just like, my queen, my queen,
She
it's time to wake.
she just like gently yawns and she like kind of like nuzzle the kobold that wakes her gently as a thank you. She just kind of gets out of the boiling water and like stretches. Good morning! And she like shouts out as it like echoes and she like stretches happily.
Then following that, Horlock or Aaron, I mean, when you can change your server name to your character, that way I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
remember. Aaron, your character is woken up next um, as the kobolds into your one of the kobolds into your room, actually the head butler of all. Um, After waking Zenrot, then comes to wake you up. He uh, he opens the door and some of the light from the inside of the cave uh, kind of hits your eye to wake you up. As I will say, inside of the cave is lit up with a purple, like a massive purple amethyst chandelier in the center of the roof. providing pretty much the only light outside of like the glistening pools. Um,
Zezel? His name is Zezel or what? What's his name?
uh, I'll have to think of a name.
Okay. I'll just call him Zezel for now.
We'll go with that. His name is Zezel.
Zezel. Just for future reference, I must wake before Zenrot, so I may better serve her.
1,000 apologies, sir. We will please the master better next time.
It's okay. Next time, we'll get it right.
And then next to be woken up is Sakira. You're actually woken up by some morning snoo snoo, as you are then welcome to do about what you want. You invited them to bed. They took the opportunity to pleasure themselves that morning as well.
After that, she just kind of like stands up, gets out of bed, stretches, dismisses them to leave as she puts her clothes on and goes out to join everybody else with a big, happy smile on her face.
The two kobolds quickly like put on their pants and their garb. They straighten it out like it had been ironed. There might be a little bit of wrinklage, but it still looks pretty pressed and made. As they come walking out, they both just give each other a fist bump as they're got the biggest smiles on their faces. And they rejoin the rest of the kobolds waiting for another order. As next, Acteza, you wake up not by any kobold, but you do hear the commotion of gold clinking as Zenrot's waking up. I'd say it's still pretty echoey in this cave, so it's almost like a morning alarm to you, or maybe a mother's instinct that you hear your daughter or adopted daughter waking up. So you are now awakened as well.
Yeah, it would have been Morgar at the foot of the bed would have kind of stretched out as he heard everybody kind of making commotion outside, and what like a normal cat would have kind of like started harassing me to get up,
Oh
sort of
yeah.
thing.
As soon as you start to feel like you're coming out of your dreams, you just get slapped in the eyeball by a cat. You are wide awake almost instantaneously, like a shot of caffeine, as a little bit of pain shoots through your skull. Yes, everybody has gathered pretty much at the gold pile. The gold pile is centered right under the chandelier amethyst, the amethyst chandelier, and that's where everybody generally meets.
Sakira says, "See, I showed you, my friend. I told you, I would show you the gold. It is here."
To add my own little flavor, I will say there is like a little bit of a like stone bridge leading up to the gold pile, but around it is like a moat where you can just see the gold just all the way down for like a good 100 feet.
Sakira's gonna kind of like start to go over like the note that Acteza read yesterday. We read the note last night before bed. Didn't say much. Something about a plan, but I wasn't quite sure. It wasn't quite clear on what it was, but a lot of warning to Kilgore and to send backup. This could be bad.
Yes, I think we have the benefit of the message never reached Kilgore, so he's not aware of our presence unless he had scouts go check the village that we ravaged. Um, but I still think that probably should be one of the first things on our agenda today is finishing our dealings with Kilgore.
Agreed. Agreed. I'm a eat a Kilgore. I'm a eat a. What's a Kilgore? A skinny.
From my knowledge, Zenny, a Kilgore is a really big goblin, so it should fill your belly nice.
She's drooling slightly.
Yeah, minus the plants, pretty much. That's what the inside of the cave underworld stuff looks like. Minus the plants, but the walls definitely are like
Okay.
black obsidian like that. But the rest is yeah, it's black obsidian rock, but all that purple, replace
Okay.
that with amethyst
Okay.
crystals, all that purple, but no plants. Um, so you all have now awakened. You've eaten your breakfast. And this does not take away from what the goblins acquired last night. At this point, I'm fine to continue with the session. I'm having fun, but if everybody, like, if y'all want to stop, that's fine with me too.
It's getting pretty close for me. I got work tomorrow.
I
Same.
gotcha. All right. Well, I think this is a
Sounds
good
good.
stopping point for this session. Y'all actually made a lot more progress than I thought y'all would have had. I am excited for the next game.